might say it on stream.
FP. Let's just say that.
FP.
Christian. Only you can have timing like that because you are in control of everything. Welcome everyone to another episode of the Fellowship of the Fallen. I'm John. I'll be the DM for tonight again, and I guess let's get right into everything. So, quick couple of announcements. Bergen's Book of Beasts will be going live on Kickstarter mid this month, with 200 new beasts to be used as party pets, character companions, familiars, encounters, and polymorph options, and as well wild shape shenanigans. Hopefully Dave buys this one so that I can actually get some more wild shapes that I can screw around with. That would be great, Dave. You better back it.
Hey, I'm a transmutation wizard. I agree with you fully. This could be incredibly fun in the future.
I hope so. Hopefully we can.
Just imagine our enemies, like when that party gets high enough for both of us, turn into big.
Dave wants to know where his discount is in that case.
I know, ask Paddy.
Dave, I'll have a chat to Paddy, see if we can maybe get you an advanced copy or something.
Test copy.
Yes, a test copy. Mostly just because I want to wild shape into things.
Dave, we're all we all have the beta chapter, so we could just hold the hostage. I will release this if you don't.
Yeah. In the book, there will also be 12 new beast flavored subclasses, 20 new beastly magic items, and everyone backing the physical tier in the first 48 hours will receive a free hardback copy of Firestar Falling, a 100-page adventure that pits players against creatures twisted by a fallen star. Our merch store's also live. It gets updated regularly. You can just type !merch in chat to get the link. Go check it out. Go support us. It really helps us out. All right, over to the other.
If you buy enough merch, they might start paying us.
We have to get better at this.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. We're pretty good. Hey, I enjoy it.
I do it purely for you guys and because I enjoy running games. At the end of the day, that's all that matters.
He just likes killing people, is what really is.
Oh, you have no idea what's in store. Anyway,
Brian, you say that.
Shut up.
Say that to him. He's getting why? Don't bait him out.
The Sovereign Saga returns this Friday at 7 p.m. After battling their way through the mountain pass, the gang are almost at the airship. But what traps and troubles does Asher and Stiletto have waiting for them? I shudder to think.
Probably a
But
fireball.
anyway, probably more than one fireball.
Yeah, Ice Storm as well. He's done that before.
Yeah.
Thank fuck I have those boots.
Episode 4 of The Violent Madness is out on YouTube as well. The party have been asked to shrink down in size to delve into the human body. Elsewhere, a party member broke away from the group and met a fatal end. For those of you who watched the stream, we all know what happened there, and let's just say it was not pretty. There's a new mini-campaign coming to Penny Dragon Games. Starting in April, a group of hired adventurers investigate a series of missing person reports. The people that have supposedly vanished into thin air all have one thing in common. The last place they were seen, a small old shop in the corner of town. Can't wait to see that one. It sounds like it can be quite fun.
Do you know what day that's going to be on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one by Mark.
Yeah,
No,
which day is it?
Day of the week, yeah.
It's going to be, I think, it hasn't been tied down yet.
Okay.
But I think it's going to be another midweek.
Dave says Thursdays in chat. I think
Thursdays.
Dave's involved, so you would know.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Dave.
No spoilers.
There's no Humblewood this week, but you can catch the latest VOD on Twitch right now or on YouTube tomorrow. Sisterly truths were revealed. The gods died a little more, and Hober decided, screw it all. I'm worshipping Zikmoy. which, if any of you know anything about D&D lore, is
Wait, is that who I think it is?
She's a spore druid who loves mushrooms, and so it was like, well, who's she going to worship if her god dies? Zugmoy. She's taking Zugmoy back.
That's awesome.
When I looked that up, nothing is coming up here. That's not a good sign. It's forbidden info.
It's ZUGGTMOY.
Yeah. It's like all the art is of a sexy mushroom lady, but yeah. So
yeah. I played that game, and the twist this game is taking. I can't wait to see what Richard throws at us next.
Probably death.
especially to your character. Oh boy.
Oh yes, this is going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Anyway,
see, Linda's cheering for a TPK as we're talking about her name. So if you want a TPK, I'm sure Richard would be happy to oblige. You know, he did already kill Nightshade. So
people gave me 3 blesses as the GM last session, but I used 2 of them to help players. Yeah. The third one is unused. So
yeah, we'll see what you do with it.
Don't worry, I got you next Friday.
Also, I just wanted to say quickly on the basis of that game as well. I just wanted to again say thank you to Richard. He did a very lovely thing for me as regards to that stream, and I am grateful.
Oh, Jake the Ascended, yes. So Jake is now officially a god or demigod in my Humblewood game. Ryan's dog who passed away.
Yeah, that was very nice of you, Richard. And I love the art. I actually saved that picture.
Yeah, it's an awesome picture.
Yeah, I have the current fellowship one as my screensaver at the moment.
Nice. I've got so many pictures of the fellowship floating around on my PC, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, Cloaks of Minehelm returns on Sunday the 13th. Into the murky swamp, the party ventures to face new foes and perhaps find new allies. Until then, you can catch up on the story so far on YouTube. For this stream, as always, music by Ivan Dutch. His links will go up in chat periodically. You can go check him out, throw him a little something. And then you guys can influence the game as well. As always, $10 donation inspiration for all characters or for me. Please do it for me.
I think I still have one as of a sub.
You probably do.
Yeah.
500 bits will give you inspiration for 2 characters of your choice, or for me. $5 donation or a tier 1 sub will be inspiration for 1 character or for the DM. 100 bits will get you 1d4 healing for a character of your choice. Take note that the character can't use that while making death saves. They can only use that healing afterwards. So time it with some caution. Channel points, if you spend 500 channel points, you can get a bless for 1 character or for myself. The characters and myself can bank up to 3 blesses at a time. So just make sure how many blesses each character has. If you're not certain, just ask in chat. One of us will pick it up and let you know. All right, with that, all of the announcements out of the way, recap time. So last time you guys made your way back to Thunder Tree, where you found Radolf the Druid being held captive by some cultists. His throat was slit and some of the blood used in a ritual to, revive a dragon skeleton, if we can call it that.
Don't lie to us.
They necromancy
It was a necromancy ritual, yes. Anyway, they brought the skeleton back. A battle ensued. You guys beat the skeleton along with all the cultists, keeping one alive, and proceeded to, and there's no other word for it, torture him.
I prefer interrogate.
Yeah, there's no sugarcoating this one.
I didn't interrogate. Torture is unnecessary. Interrogation.
But because of the cultist's fanatical devotion, he did not reveal too much information to the party. The only real info that you could get out of him was through reading his mind via Alien's magic, and you got one name out of it, and that name was the Ebon Death, with some history and religion checks, you guys were able to ascertain that the Ebon Death was a Dracolich that lived quite some time ago. And yeah, you guys made your way back to Radoth's little house where he's set up. They're on the bottom left of the map, and proceeded to take a long rest after some conversations were had between party members. Some of you voicing your concerns over the methods that the interrogation took.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we will pick it up there. Unless there's anything else anyone wants to do before you guys finish the long rest, you can do it during your watch or before it happens.
So during my watch, while I'm sat in our tiny hut, I will do ascending to Hallwinter, who we've not spoken to for a bit. Along the lines of Aldwin here.
Are you up?
Neverwinter.
Are you up?
Returning via Barrow for Dragonslayer, Logger camp destroyed, Tibor safe, back within 5 days, ready village for journey.
Right. Yeah, it takes a couple of minutes, but you do eventually get a response from Hallwinter. He tells you, good to hear Tibor's safe. Will inform Harbin. Travel to where?
Did you fuck it up?
No, we've talked about going to Axholm beforehand, but obviously, okay, that's fine. I don't reply yet.
You cannot reply to this message.
Left him on red.
Ghosted.
So yeah,
like he's about to be when the dragon comes back.
If you guys don't have anything else you'd like to do, you can finish your long rest. HP is restored, spell slots regained. It is early the next morning, and you can set off.
You lose any temp hit points, just as a reminder.
Yeah, you can set off towards Neverwinter.
We're going to be hitting that barrow on the way there? The one that
on the way back.
Oh, on the way back from Neverwinter? Okay.
Yeah. Though you're going to do our shopping first.
Yeah,
Shopping episode.
Yeah. Does anyone have any money?
I have like 4,000. Or no, 4,400, I think.
We picked up right at the end some money, didn't we? So.
I didn't know that.
Oh, there was a huge amount, but there was a bit of.
No, there was a little bit of coin.
I haven't got a huge amount. I have a little bit.
Yeah, so
I thought to buy a woolly hat, maybe.
Oh, okay, I see it. Okay.
We had a lot of money until our wizard killed the dwarf.
Yeah. Miss Jawbreaker says she's learned that there's no badasses in this party, but like, I'd like to beg to differ. Magnar has done some pretty cool shit.
I'm badass.
It never works out, but he tries.
It's the quickest way for everyone to say they're a badass. Say there's no badasses. All right, so Aldwin, seeing as you are always navigating, you would know that from here, Neverwinter is probably about 25 miles.
Okay. I begin to lead Kevin in that direction. I believe I follow the river.
Yeah, you can follow the river. That is going to add about, if you follow close to the river, it's going to add about 15 miles to your journey.
Oh God, nope, not that much then. We'll cut the corners where we need to.
All right, so basically as straight as the crow flies.
Yes.
Raven flies.
As long as it's not the dragonflies, we'll be fine.
I argue a little bit about going in the wrong direction, but then I give in. I think historically my character has never been able to find a path.
I will just reach over and I'll just turn the map through 180 degrees. There you go.
Just turn Luca 180 degrees and then you're okay.
Upside down. Because when I woke up in the morning, I changed around a few spells and stuff. I'm also going to spend the time just to quickly bring back Rammstein.
All right. Yeah.
See what the Mr. Pierce have prepared. I'll check what Ilian has prepared. Actually, when you mentioned.
I mean, if you guys use the cart and Ramstein, it'll you can travel a little bit faster.
Yeah, no problem.
So it won't take you an entire day to get there. We'll say it takes you about. Let's say you can get there. You'll probably get there in the middle of the night if you push through.
I suppose we'll get there, find an inn, sleep for the night, and then do our shopping.
So on the way, you will be passing by Helmshold, which is just outside of Neverwinter.
Have we been there before?
Yeah, on the river. Tom, you have definitely been there before.
Once or twice.
Oh, sorry, Aldwin has been there.
Aldwin has definitely been there once or twice.
Yeah.
Tom just once in a dream.
Aldwin, you know you're the navigator, so if you think this is somewhere we need to stop by on the way, we can.
I mean, I was actually going to catch up with Gorfindel. Don't necessarily need you all there with me. I mean, it's slightly nearer than going to Neverwinter itself, and they can probably put us up for the night. What remains of it?
You trust in your stead?
I mean, if Aldwin likes them, they're probably decent people.
Which means you'll hate them because they're decent people.
Hey, that's not necessarily true.
I will head towards Helmshold.
All right.
But I'm not beholding others to follow.
Yeah, so I mean, like I say, it is literally on the way as you're traveling to Neverwinter. So Helmshold is basically it's on the size of a small village, basically. It's a walled-off section next to the river. There's farmsteads, there's houses, there's a couple of smallish shops there. The main feature that stands out about this hold is the chapel that stands at the center of it. Aldwin, I'm assuming you're making a beeline for the chapel.
I won't make sure Tibor has somewhere to get set up with Kevin, so he's fine. And then, yes.
Yeah, so the guards do recognize you begin to approach, and they're more than willing to help out and tend to whatever needs there is. Then I am just going to group you guys together so that I can move you over to Helmshold.
Did Ruadif go straight down to Fandolin as we suggested, or did he come with us?
Yeah, he went. He made his way south to Fandolin.
So we'll see that. Grand, cool.
The chat said 6th edition should add that rogues are not allowed to enter shops and barbarians have to kill for their items. I mean, if we get back to Fandolin and Barathon keeps being an asshole, maybe.
Up the prices if you do that.
Yeah,
up the prices if he's dead.
You guys have made your way. Here we go. You guys are on the south. That is not the default fighter token. No.
It looks like the guy from. Oh no, it's not the guy from the. I thought it was the guy from the player handbook. The icon that pops up.
No. So yeah, you guys have made your way to the chapel. The guards standing outside, Aldrin immediately recognize you and greet you with a nod as they push open the doors to the chapel for you. The one closest to you does tell you that Glorfindel is inside and waiting for you.
Thank you, brother.
And
I will enter. Ooh, there's all sorts of people.
Yeah, inside you do see a couple of people, being administered to some of the other clerics, talking to them. And right at the end of the room, you do see Glorfindel standing behind the altar. He seems to be looking over some book that is laid open in front of him.
Okay, I will take a seat in the pew and wait until just a moment of reflection and calm.
Is this open entry for anyone? or is it just for?
Yeah, I try to walk past the guards. Do they stop me or?
They do not stop you. No.
They probably saw us arrive at Aldwyn, though. To be fair, they're not gonna pick up shit.
I'll head in. I'll sit behind Aldwyn.
I'm just gonna look around. I'm gonna walk around and look around. They must have like stations of the cross equivalent, along the sides of the church and all that. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Ilian just takes a seat at the back of the church, and he notices this symbol on the ground that is probably similar to something that he would know.
Which one? Where?
Looks like a
Pentagram. I'm sure it's not really supposed to be there.
I can guarantee there's no pentagrams in this.
Yeah, they didn't really have like helm symbols.
Oh, so it's just the star to represent the symbol.
Yeah, so don't worry about those. All right, so let's just do a little something here. Give me 1 sec.
The church is a mimic.
You are all dead.
You desecrate what? They're asking me, do we desecrate a church? What?
Oh, they can most certainly try.
I mean,
yeah, so
Ms. Jawbreaker, this is Aldwyn's church. We can't desecrate his church. Other gods, we've done it before, but like Aldwyn.
No, I think she was saying because of the pentagrams drawn on the floor.
Oh, right. I was about to say, if it's Aldwyn's church, that might,
it's already been desecrated.
Kill him, might lose his powers.
Yeah. So for all of you who haven't met Glorfindel yet, he is a elf. He appears to be. Where did I put it? Yeah, he appears to be as middle-aged as it comes for an elf. It's difficult to judge an elf's age, but he's definitely not young anymore.
Well, no kidding. Glorfindel slew the Balrog 5,000 years ago and became an elf lord, and then met the Fellowship of the Ring before they got to see Elrond. Anyway, sorry.
Wrong.
This is his backstory. We're going up to that point. We'll get to that.
Wrong game.
That movies, not in the movies. This is in the books.
Yeah.
For those who haven't read them.
Yeah. So Aldrin, it does take a couple of minutes, but Glorfindel does eventually look up, and as he looks up, Aldrin, give me a deception check.
No.
Yes.
Can I guide myself?
No, because you
no,
do not
because
know
I'm not
this is
expecting.
happening.
Yep.
This
will go well. Ignore that. Sorry, I'd hit guide. That's a 10.
All right. As he looks up at you, you do see a smile begin to creep over his face, and it immediately turns into a frown as he begins to make his way down from the raised dais towards you.
Oh God, you owe him money, don't you?
I think I paid off that night.
Are you going to?
Last time he was here, Aldwyn skipped out on his round at the bar, didn't he?
Are you going to meet him? Or you?
I will go to meet him.
Yeah, he does. Extend his hand to shake yours, and as he takes your hand, he does pull you into an embrace.
I return that.
He tells you, it's been far too long since I've seen you. What's it been, about 3-4 months, maybe longer?
Whenever we had that dwarf healed, I've lost track to some extent. You look well.
Oh, it's this guy.
As you say that to him, he whispers to you that he whispers to you, I can see something weighs on you, but we'll talk about that later. And he clasps you on the shoulder and in a louder voice says, and you too. He then tells you that they've done what they could in a little time, but the research that you requested has been completed to a degree, and he motions back towards the altar.
It's faster than I expected, if I'm honest. So if you have anything, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Yeah. So that'll be everything that I sent you during the week, Tom.
Okay.
All that information. Yep. Your character can go over that at their own pace. And at this point, he looks over your shoulder at the rest of the party, and he kind of smiles at everyone and he turns back to you, Alden, and says, "Is this your new group?"
Yeah, Fellowship of the Fallen. So
Don't ask us why people started calling us that. I don't get it.
it was a nod to my old group.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
with that,
I say old group, current group, I suppose. I'm one of the Watchers of the Fallen, Crag.
What's that? You probably explained this to me, but you know.
They're Helm's faithful who look out for those on the battlefield who need assistance.
Oh, yeah, your medic stuff. Got it. By the way, Ilian is sat really awkwardly at the back of the thing because he knows the last time he was here was because he killed a dwarf.
yeah, you
That's
guys,
why we
you guys,
spent
you
so
guys
much
aren't in Neverwinter proper.
No, but the last time he was like Glorfindel involved.
Just in his book, set going,
His head is
uh-oh.
just in the book. He's ignoring everything that's happening. Just the tips of his ears, you can see it are just blood red.
Yeah, so I mean, Alduin, you and Glorfindel, you spend a bit of time, on some small talk and the like, and after a while, he does tell you that there is something that he wishes to discuss with you in private.
Lead the way.
And he motions towards the door there on the north side of the room. I'm just
Yep, okay. I will gesture to the others to wait here, and I will follow or lead, depending which way he wants to do it.
Yeah. So yeah, he does begin walking that way, and I mean, you immediately know where he's going. He does have an office in the back of the chapel.
Okay.
So I'll whisper to Magnar, what are they going to do by themselves over there in the back room? They seem very friendly.
I mean, maybe they are. It's I don't know, honestly. I just hope they're okay.
Craig is like, are they banging?
No. Somebody's trouble in Team Dad. Team Dad is falling apart. No.
All right. So
Don't worry, Craig. I'll always be your dad.
No.
No.
That begs the question: does Craig call Magnar Daddy?
No. He doesn't
Who's
call
your
any of us
daddy?
that. That was a 100% character joke. That was a joke for chat.
Who's your
Robert
daddy?
Saylor says clearly you've never been to church. Priest bringing people to the background.
That's what I was hinting at. I was like, I don't think
Magnar
Aldwin
the Ultra
is
Boy?
young enough. Yeah, although Aldwin is hundreds of years younger than that elf, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's all in perspective.
So, Aldwin, as both of you enter the office, he does.
Lunesi says, "I'd like to not catch fire, guys."
No, stop.
Stop. He does close the door behind him, and you can immediately see the serious expression on his face as he looks back over to you.
What's up?
He asks you, so now tell me how you've really been.
You know me too well. I don't know what I've got myself into in this. This is far more than I expected. We started off trying to take a cart to Fandolin, and I mean, the Dragon Cult, Ebon Death, the Ruin Stone, all the dead gods in this group. This is a lot, Gorfinder. Like, I'll just sit down in the chair going, ugh.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see him kind of mull over all the topics that you have asked him to look into, and he says that he tells you that there is definitely, at the very least, some loose connections, as you will see, between all of these gods and things that you've asked to be researched, but he couldn't find anything concrete. But he knows that Helm always sets you on the path where you need to be.
He does that. Just a little more than I was expecting. What I was coming in for convalescence and a break, and first dealing with Venomfang and then Ebondeath and Cryovane in the background. This feels a little out of my purview, old friend.
He tells you that after what you've been through, a dragon should be child's play, but that is neither here nor there. And he tells you that his research into reversing the effect is still ongoing. He hasn't been able to find any text that describe how it can be done, but they are looking up some promising leads.
It's good to hear. So, I mean, I'm kind of resign myself that won't be undone, but if there is any hope for that, that would soothe my soul a little.
For that, he nods and he tells you that it's not all grim tidings. He does have a small gift for you. And
no need to present with anything.
he just kind of chuckles at that and opens one of the drawers on his desk and pulls out a golden chain. On it, a medallion with the symbol of Helm carved into the front, with a small ruby in the center of the gauntlet on the back of the hand, and he presents it to you. And you can see it kind of matches the medallion that he's wearing, although the ruby is a little bit smaller on it. And he tells you that it is just something that he feels you should have, and he, through his prayers and meditations, he has gotten the feeling that you might need it in the days to come.
I hope I prove myself worthy of it. Thank you.
He tells you that there is no need for thanks, and Alduin, you can add the Amulet of the Devout +1 to your inventory.
I mean, thank you.
Nice.
Nice.
Is that just a better magic focus then for him?
You have to wait and find out.
Mm-hmm.
You have to wait to find out what he.
Yeah, metagaming. It's a pretty great item for spellcasters. Yes.
Yeah. The rest of the time, Alduin is spent with small talk, catching up on what's been happening around Neverwinter.
Okay. I'll get him to maybe clarify a couple of the bits of research he's found, but largely it's catching up on what other members of the Watchers are up to.
Yeah, if there's anything that you need clarified, I mean, feel free, and we can go through those quickly.
No, I will take probably a bit more time just to go through them and go, right, okay.
All right.
But I'm a bit more relieved, at least, to learn about the stuff on Sabras.
All right, cool. Yeah, so he's glad that part is at least delayed your fears. I'm assuming you explained to him, why you wanted information on each of the topics.
I will bring him up to speed, because essentially what we've done since Venomfang was dealt with. The movement of the orcs, the increase of the dragon cult, Talos involving himself, presumably sensing some sort of deific space that he's able to get himself into, whether that's following the dragon cult or just taking advantage of the situation. But a greater deity being involved is not a good sign.
Yeah, so he does tell you as well that he will get some of the scribes to dig a bit further and see what they can dig up. But as you know, that might take anything from a week to a couple of weeks?
I mean, we've got in 20 days we need to be in the Icespire Peaks and dealing with that issue. So 10 days before I'm back, I guess. For most of that, most of that will wait. Have to deal with the white dragon first. And with this, hopefully, I might be strong enough to aid my party.
As you say that, he does. And it's a quite bright, warm smile that he has. He does smile quite big, and he tells you that after everything that you have been through, you still believe that you are not strong enough.
I think it's the impression I get. I think I need to push farther. I was so near with the Thunderball of getting rid of it. I was so near to dealing with that. With Aizendore, or not Aizendore. What's this resurrected dragon?
I had the name. I think I get it. Aizendore.
Aizendore,
yeah.
Now, Aldrin just couldn't remember it. It's fine. He just go there. I felt like I was just not quite, I don't know, strong enough for what I needed to do. So, but if you have faith in me, then maybe I should have more faith in myself.
With that, he tells you that, and that right there is the lesson. You do not have to be strong. Just have faith in those around you, and they will be strong with you.
I nod my head. Student once again.
So, I mean, you guys wrap up your discussion. It is pushing, late into the night at this point. I would say you probably spent about an hour or so catching up, sharing gossip, and
I'm presuming the rest have gone to the nearby tavern, which is just around the corner. So
the tavern is just around the corner.
Oh yeah, if they were taking after like 10 minutes, it's like crowd would have just went.
Yeah,
I think there's a tavern around there.
There is. It's right. You can see it from the door. Just turn right.
Just
there. Just right there.
Explaining to a little kid on the first day of school where they need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still get lost and don't go.
Well, it's here. Tavern's there. There you go. That's all you need. What's the?
You guys
stayed on the pew. He watched how they prayed, how they went around the business of the church, kind of taking it in and noting kind of how differently they may react compared to what he was used to before.
Is there anything specific you're looking for, or is it just?
No, he's just taking it in, and I guess the main thing he's trying to take in is how they use worship to help them with what they need to do.
So I mean, there's the. I mean, like with most religions, there is that similarity. So it is a very comforting feeling for Magnar, seeing that, being able to notice the similarities between the worship of one god compared to another god.
Yeah.
But
like what he's just looking for really, I'm not looking for a role, but just he's looking to see, basically just that the people here seem to be nice to each other, whereas that even though he's from a similar background, he wouldn't have necessarily had that himself. So it's just nice to see these people being able to do that, basically.
And the priests and that are tending to the rest of the people here, you can definitely see that there is it's coming from that position of caring and giving, everything that you have, to the point where the other person leaves with either leaves with what they came for, or at least comfort in the idea that as much as possible has been done for them.
Yeah. Just enjoying the atmosphere then.
Anyone else doing anything? Is Lucas swiping anything? Is Elian looking for a dwarf?
No,
Iliad's just hiding in his
Lucas
book.
studying Magnar, like looking at Magnar, looking looking at Magnar, looking at how religion works, and it's just like, churches are so weird, aren't they?
Craig's gone to the tavern and
Craig is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
Craig
there
is
for about half an hour. He was trying to do similar to Magnar, just kind of like, okay, so this is how this religion shit works.
Don't kill anyone.
I imagine him like Donkey, on the coach rides. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Here we go. No, he was kind of trying to get a feel for like how this religion thing works and like how other people like seem to
get
in tune with their god. But after a while, his attention span went, and he was like, "Oh, I would mention the tavern."
Yeah, Craig. Let's make it interesting. Give me a wisdom save.
Save, okay.
Please don't don't go where at in the church.
Not where at in the church.
I'll get in so much trouble if you do that.
That would be hilarious. I think I'm decent at wisdom. I have the +1. That's not at advantage, but yeah. Well,
Yeah,
8.
Craig, you barely lasted 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay, he just left.
Before
14, not dead.
So boring.
Before boredom set in, and
Craig does what I would
kicking the back of the pew.
Church. He's just like
he's kicking the back of the
pews. He's going around pew to pew, just reading the little like commemoration plaques on them.
You're kicking the one that Magna and Luca are sitting on, and at one stage Luca just shoots you a glance, and you know that's the cue to go find something to entertain. Go find something to entertain yourself with.
Yeah. So
Craig is eating giant nuts. Crunch, crunch. Yeah.
He goes into the tavern and he finds the biggest guy there and challenges him to an arm wrestle.
Yeah. So Luca, give me a insight check, and Magna is your roll to GM on.
My insight is extremely good. Obviously.
It should be right at the top of your character sheet. It should say public or to GM.
No, it doesn't, but I can see.
No, don't stress. Let's let Luca do his insight check quickly while I load up your sheet. And we'll check.
I do a quick incest check, but there's no one here that's related to me.
Jesus.
Wow.
No other half.
Not query, whisper toggle. All right, Magna, you should see there. You can switch it to GM.
Yeah.
And just make your roll.
Crits at every turn.
Yeah. Luca, it's Magna's difficult to read at this point.
he's hard to read. Okay. I say penny for your thoughts, Magnar.
He's keeping quite a stoic face at this point.
That's in 2 weeks' time, Richard, hopefully.
Yeah, the evening begins to wind down. Alden, you eventually make your way back to the rest of the party, and everyone else goes to join Craig, I'm assuming, at the tavern. Your rooms have been paid for, your meals have been paid for.
Did I beat the guy in the arm wrestle?
You can give me a strength check.
Okay, I don't have a check down in my hopper. I need to sort it out.
I'm gonna give this guy a +3 to his roll.
I'm assuming they're stabling for a
That's saving throw, not a check, sorry.
as well.
Yes, there will be.
Yeah, you do.
Throw, not a check, so that was it's 15 though.
With a 15, you win around, he wins around. I mean, this is a fairly stocky build, even for a dwarf. He's quite stocky build.
Craig's fine with a dwarf. He's fine with losing to a dwarf. If it's a human, Craig would be like, dwarves are pretty tough.
But yeah, you do have some fun, and like I said, your food and lodging is paid for the night. You do have to pay for your own drinks if you're trying to get drunk. It's going to cost.
No, Craig brought his own. We have the car.
Oh wow! Are you
your own drinks?
Craig just leaves. Craig bought one, and then every few minutes he just goes. He's like, "Go, just go to get some air," and he's at the keg.
Are you that guy?
The keg's probably gone by the time you're halfway through the night because you've been sipping on it for a whole day.
So the Craig has emptied that keg, and yeah.
So, yeah, you guys finish another long rest. Some more comfortably than others due to a bit of a hangover.
I mean, Craig's probably fine. He's a good con score.
And yeah, you guys can make your way into Neverwinter. It'll probably take you another hour to get into the city itself.
I wasn't here for the session we actually went towards Neverwinter. Did we go into the city proper, or was it just to this place?
No, we went in proper.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you went in to the city proper.
Well, actually, no, you didn't. It was you stayed in Phandalin with Magna. So.
Oh yeah, because I trained Magna. Craig did the training montage with Magna.
Yeah, so actually, you didn't come into Neverwinter. You haven't been in since that very first time we met.
It's going to be a montage.
Shopping montage.
All right, so you guys are in the city. Alduin, just to note, you guys are down to 18 days now.
I'm encouraging people to go far
As quickly as possible.
As quickly as possible.
Craig, you because you are a barbarian, you are allowed to raid shop.
I can raid shop? Yes.
Can I rogue shop?
Rogue shop, what's that? Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Raid shop is already punch the shopkeeper.
How to get yourself killed by shopkeepers. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are making your way down one of the central streets in the market district. It is becoming a bit cloudy this morning. It looks like it might rain sometime soon.
I was keeping an eye out for lightning bores.
Are you keeping an eye out for lightning bores?
Yeah. He's like, not again. We have not gotten stronger since that last fight, except for Alduin, maybe. We don't know.
And I'm just going to throw you guys onto...
Oh no, come on. In the middle of
Tibor has left you guys to your own devices at this point. He has told you he's gone to take care of his own business.
Yep, that's it. Okay. We didn't expect to see him beyond. We got him to Neverwinter, and that's kind of what we needed to do with him.
So those of you who have been to Neverwinter before, you would know the market. Most of the market stalls and things are down in that direction over there, further towards the east. What happened to the music there? Here we go.
Did your brother say he wanted to buy anything when we were out here, by the way?
He didn't say specifically, but we'll just retcon whatever he wanted to buy during the week, and I'll sort it out with him.
Yeah, Ilian will go do whatever he will text you that he said he did. And in terms of that, I don't know if he needs paper or anything.
You guys
he probably does need paper and ink, actually. He's a wizard.
Yeah, probably. You guys have the shopping district to yourselves. What would you like to do?
So how much do our characters know about items that protect you from the cold? Because as D&D players, I know that you can get boots and you can get uncommon items like the boots or a ring of warmth that can protect you from cold.
Yeah.
How would we go about figuring out? It's like Luca. Could we do some research and then maybe?
If it's an uncommon variant, it's especially in the adventuring lifestyle, you would have at the very least heard of these types of items.
I'm sure the shopkeepers, if we ask around for things that'll protect us from cold.
Yeah, and of the party, who in the party would like to have stuff that protects from cold? I presume that Craig doesn't care because he's already got resistance.
I mean, look, if we end up with an extra item, I'll take it for the quarter damage. But
well, some of these items have other benefits to it, in addition. But because otherwise I don't want any boots, obviously, but a ring of warmth would be nice.
Crag doesn't need anything cold, action-wise.
Yeah.
Would my cloak suffice as to add me any advantages in the cold or not?
Which cloak are you referring to?
I have the owlbear cloak.
It's to protect against the breath of the dragon, you fool.
Yeah, you might be fine. You might
You
be
don't want
fine
to take full
in the
damage from that on a
mountains,
full
but-
con
yeah.
save.
So your cloak will help you with cold weather.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about fighting the dragon. That's fine.
Because white dragons are the weakest, but their save is a con save, and it's like the worst for most characters. So, well, for
Speak for yourself. I've yet to
Like-
fail on this campaign, except for the rat.
Yeah, and you are talking about a DC 12 con save that you failed, just by the way.
I rolled an at 1 on that, I think, though.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. I have a +6 to con saves. I should be
yeah.
fine.
So I don't have a ton of money, but I've got I have a rare potion and I have a few things like that. So, however you want to.
I think I thought you were keeping track of Crag's money. I haven't been keeping because Crag has been getting forfeiting his share for the last few sessions.
No, I haven't. No, well, no, I haven't
God.
really.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
kidding about that, but yeah.
Oh, I thought you were serious. That's why I haven't been keeping track because I.
No, but I only have like
Share.
120 gold pieces. We haven't really been collecting a lot of gold
Yeah.
in the past sessions, so.
Yeah, it's been a while since you guys have really found a big cache of coins.
Yeah.
We got one last session, did we not? We got a good bit.
It's not a huge amount though. It's more silver than it was.
Yeah, I'm talking, proper couple of thousand gold pieces each.
Oh right, because what I have is, I have 450, give or take. Yeah, 446.
So yeah, you guys can tell me what you would like to do.
I do actually have some items that need to go in for that could go in for crafting purposes that I might be able to trade. Some carrion
actually,
crawl and mucus and the ogre hearts.
Oh, I think we wanted
yeah.
to keep one of the
So
other.
that's possibly that I should have possibly talked to Glorfindel about that.
And the dusty dragon teeth. Those are probably worth something.
I think we want to keep one of the ogre hearts for possible making of ogre strength.
Well,
bonuses.
that's to talk to a shop about here's the raw component. Could we get a reduction on
Yeah.
what these could be done with? I know we need a transmutation wizard for what we'd like them to become, but
Do I have any interesting loot here?
There's a general store over there called the Nodding Frog.
Yeah, Crag will go with Alden there if that's where Alden said. I have some stuff I'd like to sell.
There is a blacksmith on this corner here called the Silver Giant. There is on this far corner. There is a I don't know. A liquor store is not the right word. What's the D&D equivalent of a liquor store?
Potion store, like an apothecary,
No,
as in they.
It's an adult alchemist.
An adult alchemist called Brew Brothers.
Is this one sending us to find their husband that they want dead?
No.
By the way, Jawbreaker's given you a blessed DM.
Thank you. I will make note of that.
I think I have one. Yeah, I mean, Crag will head to the general goods store with Alden if that's where we're going for the crafting stuff.
What I'll do is I'll speak to Aldwin because he knows the town and I don't, and ask him if there's a church to Doomadoin, which he wouldn't be expecting by any means.
there would probably be a general faith temple. There wouldn't be one to Doomadoin directly. I don't think any of the. You would have to be very tight in with the Dwarvish community, I think. To be fair, Aldwin is to some extent. Can I roll to see if I know of one?
You are to some extent.
I don't think I'm that tight to know where all the churches would be, though.
You can speak their language, whether they like you. That's not it.
Well, I was.
Yeah, you can give me a what the going back to the last one. It would be society. So make it history.
History.
I mean, religion would not be for
13.
Yeah, with 13, you're not too sure. I mean, like you say, there's probably a general worship area that has got shrines to most of the allowed deities, but a a temple or a chapel itself, you're not sure.
Doom of Fire wasn't one I knew of in the ones I'd interacted with. So
is the Raven Queen an allowed deity?
As long as they're not evil, then there's nothing disallowed.
It's a weird
I don't see why she would be disallowed in this place anyway.
So in Alduin, this comes out in the things that I've sent you. The Raven Queen is not considered a major deity in this world.
Yeah.
She is on the level where she can provide boons and things like that. But she is a much more lesser known, and again, deity is the wrong word to use, but
it's more of like a demigod situation.
A lot less lesser known, powerful being, if I can put it like that.
So once Aldwin's told me that, I'm going to head that way if you guys are okay to carry on shopping. There's nothing really I need, but if I give you some money, would you better just pick me up, rations and stuff for the journey?
Sure.
Do you need protection from cold?
No, I'll be all right.
Okay.
I mean, if you find something specific, then let me know and I can always meet up with you guys. But
okay.
And then I'll give Aldwin 270 silver.
All right. So, you would have to make your way much further to the east. I mean, I'm talking completely way off map.
Okay.
But you can keep going.
We've arranged meet back up at the tavern. Meet back up at a nearby tavern or something.
Ideally, we'd want to be headed out before this day.
No, yeah, but like to as a meeting point, if Magnar,
I'd say to meet you back here. So where I'm leaving you here is where I'll meet you.
Yeah. So this building over here is a tavern. It is called the Scary Captain's Kitchen.
Scary Captain's Kitchen. Okay. Yeah.
You just know they do like.
Don't have the curry. Really don't have the curry at this one. Just put it out
Question:
there.
Is there an actual specific magic item store nearby? From asking around on the street, Crag would have asked.
If you ask around the street, they will point you to. Let me just find it quickly.
So while the group is walking around town, I'm going to look around to see for the typical urchins and others that would rob, rich people who are new to town.
So what you and Craig, from what you and Craig would have done.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that the local thieves know not to steal from me and my friends. So
all right, give me a perception
check.
Because from my background, I have criminal contact, but we never really set it up or did anything with that. So
give me a perception check.
Oh god, well I'm really good at perception, so we're in luck here actually. So
because you. Yeah, I mean 22, not bad. You do spot, you do clock a couple of individuals. Using thief scan, you do tell them to keep their distance, and you point out the rest of your party.
In this situation,
I can also ask them. I can also ask them in thieves' camp. Do you where's the nearest discounted item store where I can buy things that fell off the back of a wagon, kind of thing.
Nearest fence.
So they do tell you about a store. It is a bit further to the south. It's called the Graceful Fish. It masquerades as a general goods store as well. But they tell you that you would be able to get what you want. And we'll say all these things have happened together, and then Magnar, as you begin to walk off, can you make your way to there?
Mm-hmm.
As you pass these two individuals, what's your passive perception?
13, I believe. Yeah.
13, cool. So the one in front of you, kind of as you begin to walk past, the furthest one to the east, kind of walks in front of you and just bumps you with the shoulder as the other one walks behind you. And they just make their way down this alley.
Seeing them walk away, does any part of that seem suspicious, or?
You can give me an insight check if you like.
Aldrin's passive insight's going, what?
No.
Yeah, Aldrin has crazy passive of something. Does he notice anything? Because he's not too far away.
I don't think I'm probably arguing with you, so.
Magnus,
50
you guys
feet.
can move yourself a bit closer if you like.
I was going to say, because I was kind of walking with them and I'll just turn off when I need to.
Yeah, Magno would have been a little bit ahead of you guys, trying to find a.
Do we all get to pile on and make perception rolls and stuff? And I'm like, oh, that's the classic.
I'm not,
that's the classic.
I'm
1,
doing
2.
that's a passive 17 perception and insight.
All right, with a 17 passive insight, you definitely pick up what has happened. Looking down with your 17 passive perception, you do notice that Magnus' coin purse is gone.
Does Aldrin alert the rest of the party? Like, subtly?
Who am I next? I'm next to Luke, aren't I?
You're getting Crag. You're like 10 feet from Crag.
Looks like Magna's just become a victim of the local street purses.
I'll message Magnar. Those guys ripped you off, Magnar. Give me 2 seconds. You may reply.
Yeah, I'll be saying to Lucas, do you want to do this peacefully before we get Crag involved?
I think actually Crag would, considering his background with like street gangs and stuff.
We used to do this. We used to do stuff like this.
This is exactly what Crag and Luke are good for in the city.
Yeah,
like Crag is.
I want to go talk to those two fellows. Yeah. Is it okay for me to go and talk to those two fellows?
You can, yes.
Yeah. So I sent Magnar the message saying those two guys just ripped you off, even though I guess these aren't part of the urchin gang,
Well, they were, and the urchin didn't listen to you. You didn't make a persuasion check.
I'll accept what he said, and I'll stand there and just kind of keep an eye to see what Luke is going to do first.
Yeah, I also just understand it's a Magna.
So I can stealthily move at full speed to kind of follow them, and eventually when we get off the street, I'll call out in thieves' cant. Oi, friends,
Romans.
Countrymen.
I come not to praise the dwarf.
They do look back at you, and again in thieves' cant they respond and ask you, "What do you want?"
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt your activities, but you just ripped off my friend. We're visiting town right now, and I'd appreciate it if you could possibly not or accord me the courtesy of not ripping them off. If you could just maybe there's an understanding we can come to, or some kind of an agreement or something, maybe.
All right, and as you say that, they turn around and break into a sprint.
God damn
Seeing
it.
these guys sprint away from Luca.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
Mm-hmm.
I was so hoping they would just talk to me. God damn it.
Why would they want to do that?
Well, these guys
No, I didn't click on my thing. Shit.
Oh, I didn't either. Shit. Sorry.
You can just
Sorry, John.
My initiative was good.
Why do I still have the cult fanatics on here?
Because they're
Hard to know. Oh, for fuck's sake.
They get everywhere, that flipping cult.
Can I use the one that I rolled, or do I have to use the second one, which is
you can use your initial one that you rolled.
Jean, just a quick question there, because just realizing Crag's background with Luke and the likes, would Crag understand thieves' cant at all?
No, you would not.
Okay.
But I did say to Craig, I said, just those two guys just ripped off. They just did what we used to do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go try to talk them out.
I mean, he wouldn't be able to speak it, but I feel like I would think he'd be able to pick up on things Lucas says.
You, with your intelligence score, and I don't want to hop on that, you would be able to pick up when someone is speaking thieves' cant.
Okay, so he knows when they're doing it, but not what they're saying.
But you would not know what they say.
Okay. So if some person randomly starts talking in thieves' cant besides Craig to another person nearby, he's like, right, punch.
Punch myself.
Yeah, basically. Wait, was Aldwin should be a 13.12.
No, I roll with advantage.
Where's your second roll?
They're both on top of each other, weren't they?
No, it's interrupted Richard's 16, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got a 5 and then a 13.
Yeah,
So
my
it's
advantage is
13.
Yeah,
So
13.
it's right at the minute.
Selected my
right.
token and rolled a second one so that I could change it, but even then it didn't seem to add it. But mine's what was the first one? 9.08.
All right, let's change the music up a bit.
Chase sequence, yeah.
And yeah, like I said, both of them are going to take off in a sprint. It's going to be 20, 30 is there. Acrobatics check to get over the wall. It's so Luca, you can see there's I'll say it's about 8 feet tall wall right over there. The first thief is going to run and hop over it. I should probably do that. Then go bonus action dash. Get them there. This one here by you is going to bonus action disengage, and they can make it.
Damn, all of the sentinels are further away.
None of us have sentinel.
All right, that is enough
you
to
did.
get over the wall, and they make it to there.
Can I tell which one of them would have been holding? Like usually when you pickpocket someone, you hand off the money, so if you get caught, you won't have it on you and stuff. But I don't know.
Yeah, give me a retroactive perception check.
All right. I'm really good at perception checks. Don't you worry about me.
It's going to be against the sleight of hand DC. All right, so I'm going to put a mark on. I'm just going to put a mark on one of them. It's going to be a little pink dot, and that's the one you think has the coin purse.
The one we can't see.
Yes, because they hopped over the wall.
Yeah,
Both of them appear to have gone the same direction. And then let's just do a little roll for them.
They can get to
Let's see. I don't want to do that. I need to do that. 2. All right, cool. Good to know. Luca, it is your turn.
Person next to me, are they just a bystander, or are they one of the thieves? Staying back to guard or whatever? Because they're all the same.
Yeah. What's your incident modifier?
Sorry, which modifier?
Your insight.
No, my insight is +2, so 12 passive insight. Yeah.
As far as you can tell, without making a check, they just seem to be a bystander.
Okay. I'm going to ignore them, and so I'm going to go my full move of 25, and then I'm going to bonus action dash and try to get over the wall too, if I could use the acrobatics.
We need to get Luca the boots. Oh, we can't wear boots. Fuck.
I don't wear boots.
Give me an
I'm
acrobatics
insulted.
check. The DC is a bit higher for you being small.
That's
He's a rogue, though.
I'm good at acrobatics. Here we go. Jesus, I rolled it like just +7, 14.
Yeah, you got to scramble and try to get up the wall. We'll say that with that you could probably make it, partially up the wall, but you'll have to do something else to try and get over the
aren't there
wall.
barrels and stuff on front of the wall there to help?
That's with the help of the
he's
barrel.
stuck on the barrel, yeah.
All right, well, so that was my first move. Well, my action's going to be to cast Spider Climb from the staff. I keep all my staves in my quiver. I just kind of reach back and grab it, and so then I will use bonus action dash and just walk over the top.
All right, So yeah, it's 10 feet of movement to get, over a, or we'll say, unless you jump from the top, it's going to be 15 feet all the way. 5 feet and 10 feet.
You might as well jump. You won't take fall damage from that.
Yeah, I can't move past the end of the wall, or can I?
Yeah, no, I need to move you.
Oh God, no. Okay.
So you make it there.
Yeah, I'll just jump down and try to see.
And then you've got another 20 feet left.
I just want to see what I can see. All right, so I'll kind of jump down, and when I'm at the top of the wall, I'll wave at my friends, and I'll be like, this way. And then you said I had 20 feet left. I just used 5 feet, so another 15. I guess I'll be here. I'll be like, hey guys, where are you going? Or are you leading me to your lair? Because I mean, that's awesome. Just if you could just give me my friend's purse back, it's good. No harm, no foul. It's gonna be fine.
Hey, so first things Craig's gonna do is he's gonna rage, but I want to play this off as more of a. He's not roaring to a rage. It's more of like an adrenaline burst because he's pissed. He's pissed that someone robbed Magnar.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's his job. I mean, it's
no, it like Craig knows this kind of like area, like business. Like from his background, he's like, oh fuck you, you don't rob me. So or am my friends? So he's gonna rage, take his 20 feet of movement from raging.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets to there. And then he's going to take the rest of the 40 feet to get up. Now that's 55 there. Can I make it to the top of the wall? Craig's 8 foot tall, so I assume he could just step onto the barrels and step over.
Yeah, it still uses some of your movement because it does count as difficult terrain.
Yeah.
So it'll be 10 feet to get over the wall.
Okay, but if I get up onto the barrels, can I see over the wall at least?
You can. You don't see much.
So do I see any of the guys there? No.
You can maybe kind of make out Luca further towards the east.
I'm talking too, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll take an action and to dash, I suppose, and I will there 40 feet. So sorry, give me 1 sec. Get to the other side of dash past. Get to the other side of these guys. I'm going to cut them off.
All right.
So he's cutting them off, and at this point he's drawn his greatsword and he's blocking the exit. So he's kind of crouched with the sword going out with the side, blocking the full exit, with his reach.
All right. Sorry, I forgot as well. Luca, give me a D20 roll and just remember what you rolled. Same for you, Craig. Give me a D20 roll.
Dude, 2 GM, is it? Or...
No, you can make it public.
It is a 9.
A 9.
13. Unlucky number.
A 13. All right, good to know. Aldwin, what are you doing?
How well do I know this part of the city?
Give me a history check.
Do I actually pay attention to the tower I defend?
Just as a thing there, Sean, I need to be added to the roll tracker.
Sorry, you need to be added.
Yeah, I was 9.08.
All right, let me just do that. Aldwin, you have no idea. You're fairly certain this is a new part of this.
This must have been built since they closed off the chasm. Okay, that's fine.
Magna, what was yours you said?
9.08.
9.08.
Okay, in that case, I'm just going to be following where everyone else is so I can get to the base of the wall.
All right. Is that a dash to get there?
Yep.
All right. Oh, that's why it looks weird because there's 2 old ones.
I sent my doppelganger out to do...
All right, Alden, give me a D20.
Oh, yes, sorry. That's a 6.
All right. Good to know. Just keep track of that number. What is Elian doing? Sorry, Magna first.
Yeah, I didn't actually roll Elian's initiative. That's my bad. I forgot.
No problem. We'll just leave him at that 7.14.
Okay, so seeing that they're all jumping over this wall, that's not for a dwarf. So I'm going to run. Why can't? Okay, I'm going to run this way, seeing as though this is where Lucas said they were going, and I'm going to come around the corner there.
All right.
That's bonus. I don't think I can do anything for bonus.
I suppose once he sees Crag, he knows where they are, though.
Yeah, that's it.
Like Crag is armed and out in the middle of the street at this stage.
Yeah, that's me.
All right. So Magnar, roll a d6 and remember the number you got.
D6 or D20?
Sorry, a d20.
Okay.
And then Craig, what is Ilian doing?
Cool. Ilian is going to, I suppose, like
It's knife.
that. He's just going to dash after Magnar. Like he has no idea really what's going on. So.
All right, yeah. So you can make it to where Magnar is, and then roll a d20 for Ilian, and let me know what you got. Or just remember what you got. Yes, you do.
18 and a third. Well, 13 Crag, 18 Ilian.
All right. So, Luca, you'll notice that I removed the little dot from the one you thought had the coin pouch. That is so that only you know which one it is.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Luca is not very smart anyway.
Luca's
All
smart.
right. So yeah, the one in the lead, their complication was a crowd of people appear in front of you. Make an acrobatics or athletics check to get past them. So I'm going to turn that into a shove attack from the one in front.
Yeah, so Crag appeared in front of him, not a crowd of people.
No, there's another commoner in front of.
Right.
Yeah, that is definitely a success. They shove the commoner into you. Craig, make a what would it be?
Tested strength.
No, it's not contested strength, but give me a strength save nonetheless.
Cool. I had advantage because I'm raging.
No.
11, unfortunately, is not enough. You drop your weapon as they shove this person into you, and you instinctively catch. And then this one is.
Wait. Once per rage, I can re-roll a saving throw. So.
I wish to catch this commoner.
I was gonna say it doesn't sound like Craig to fucking catch.
What if she's a really, really hot,
yeah, so that re-roll, I think that changes that. So yeah, I assume like I kind of just backed the commoner aside, it's like get out of the way.
Does he look rich? We might keep him for later. We might need him.
Yeah.
All right. So the first one, the one that is going to try and move past you. Are you going to use your reaction?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, non-lethal attack.
Go for it.
So this is with the blunt of the great, like the pommel. He's going to try and knock the guy out more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So change that slash bludgeon.
I'm just going to move that commoner out of the way. A 20
for 8 damage.
8 damage. All right.
Bludgeoning, not slashing, because he's hitting with the pommel. I'd say.
Yeah. The other one is going to triple dash.
Oh shit! They have a lot of health.
To there. And because of Sentinel, you stop them.
I don't have Sentinel.
Oh, you don't have Sentinel. Who has Sentinel? Someone has.
Why do you keep? I know. Why do I think somebody has Sentinel in this group? I guess it's.
We've joked about it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, because I have thought I've had Sentinel at one point as well. I took Great Weapon Master instead, and so
Did I see? Did I see which way they went? Because I don't. They just disappeared off my map.
Yeah, they went south. South,
Okay.
and then everyone else can see they go south, and then they go further.
John, is there any chance you could mark the ones that we're chasing, just because all the NPCs look the same?
Almost like I did that for a reason.
I mean, we know which ones they are, though, at this point.
Well, no, they're blending in. That's the point.
Shit.
Luca, what number did you roll?
9.
An overzealous god mistakes you for someone else. If you move 20 feet or more on your turn, the god makes an opportunity attack against you with a spear.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that happen. Hopefully, it won't be like a 10th level guard, But and I'm kind of like, Craig, don't kill them. Oh God, we can still fix this. We can still fix this.
Craig's outright not trying to kill. Magnar, how much coin did Magnar lose here? I don't think we're getting these guys.
Well, you have to wait and find out.
Jesus.
All right, I've rolled my attacks along. Luca, you can move.
Yeah, I'm gonna move. Just my problem is I can't move very far. So that's a first move.
All right, so you get attack.
Yes, so move 25 feet. So yeah, yes.
14 to hit.
So I forgot again to say that every morning I cast mage armor. Is it okay if I have mage armor? I didn't get hit.
You do have mage armor.
You did, yeah. You did specify last time that you do it, so I think that's.
You do not take the 3 points of piercing damage you would have taken from the guard.
Wait,
just checking, Tom. Did you write down that silver I gave you? Right.
Yes.
Okay.
You want to make sure you pay off your friends after you get robbed. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go another 25 feet with a bonus action dash. That's 20. This is 25. There's a pedestrian in the way there. I guess it'll be 25. Can I tell which ones are which? Is it these guys over here?
You can make a perception check.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I'm not feeling great about my perception checks, but here we go. Perception. I can perceive.
17, not bad. As far as you can tell, and I'm just going to put dots on them. It's that one and that one.
I have a strategy.
And do I remember which one was holding? I can't.
You cannot. It's one of those two. You definitely know that.
Just I don't want to kill anyone.
That's why you say non-lethal after every attack.
Yeah, non-lethal thieves attack. Yeah,
non-lethal fireball to the back.
To be fair, like
the head.
I feel like with a bow shot you could do non-lethal. Like you could just blunt that. Like I don't know, depends. You'd have to specify you've made blunt arrows.
Just shoot him in the thigh.
Boxing glove arrows in the side. It's fine.
I have boxing glove arrows.
Just snap the head off.
Yeah.
You have a web sack even left?
I'm just gonna cast web from the staff on that front guy. Like I kind of drop it so that it.
What's that? A 20-foot cube?
Yeah, it's a 20-foot cube. So something like because I don't want to destroy the city either, But,
yeah, so we'll just say I'm gonna make it like that.
Whenever I think of someone casting web, I just imagine they do the Spider-Man thing where they just start spamming, clicking their hands. There's loads of.
But it does, cover that entire area of the alleyway. And
20 foot by 20 foot should be slightly bigger than that, but anyway, yeah. So
yes, my bad. So
it should be like an extra square on each side, and they have to make a saving throw, which unfortunately I think is dexterity.
Mm-hmm. 5. So something, and I'm just going to make it a rectangle because that's the shape of the alleyway. But basically that entire area is now covered.
Where is my web spell? Web. I don't think I have it.
I think it's a DC 13 because it's from the staff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's your turn, Luca. Give me another D20.
It's a 2.
Good to know.
I think it's a 2, unless the die is lying. It's a 2.
And it's perfect for your situation that you're in now.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And I'm yelling, please stop running. Please stop running.
Craig, what did you roll, Craig?
13.
A 13. All right, you can proceed as normal.
Cool. Craig is going to take his movement to there. 25 feet.
Can I point to the ones that I think are the ones?
I assume Craig sees the web and can kind of be like, And that's another one there behind, I'd assume, then at that stage. Does that look like they're trying to panically
Yeah,
go
that's what
away.
I'm saying. If I'm allowed to point at the ones that I think
I
are
mean,
the ones, I can
talking's a
tell
free
them.
action, isn't it?
On your turn. I mean, yeah, pointing is fine, so you can kind of point in the direction.
So I'll point at the one that's in the web and the one that's closer, the one that's a little closer. I'll see. It's those two.
The web and then this one.
The one that's a little close. Yeah. Well, I'm pointing. Yeah.
Just as a note, Craig, your rage has ended.
Oh, I hit someone. Reaction.
Oh yes, you did hit someone.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. True.
So there, that's another. I moved 25 feet to get to here, so that's. Yeah, I can get to 5 feet. I'm going to get within 5 feet, and I'm going to use strength check to try and grapple this person.
All right. So they're going to pose with their acrobatics.
Is that a check or a save?
It's a state check. You don't get advantage on this.
Raging. Don't I still get advantage on strength
Yeah,
checks?
it's only on saves.
It's on saves.
Cool.
No, normally with raging, you get advantage on athletics checks. If that's what
Athletics
you're doing.
check. Yeah.
All
Athletic
right.
strength.
So yeah, unless you roll a net 20, it's not going to work. You rolled a
18.
net 20.
Yeah. Right, yeah, no, that's it. And
Now
I can't-
this is a slippery customer.
These are slippery.
Is that my full action or is that one of my attacks?
That is a grapple is your full action.
Okay, yep, then I have nothing else.
All right, Aldwin. Sorry, Craig. What did you roll? Oh no, you rolled 13, and Aldwin, you rolled
18. Oh, you know, on that it was 13. Sorry.
Yeah, and
No,
sorry,
random
give me another random roll, please. Aldwin, what did you get on your previous random roll?
6 for me.
6.
Shouldn't have been 2. That should be 1, so that's an 11.
Yeah. Okay. So Aldwin, do you hop the wall?
How high are the buildings in this area? Just as a quick glance.
Some of them go up to a good 20, 22 feet.
Cool. I'm going to channel divinity, and the spear will come out, and anyone who sees it, there's just little red streaks now for it, where it previously was all blue. Bonus action, steps of night, and then I'm just going to fly over the wall and start going up into the air.
All right. So
And
you
I'm
do
just getting-
see.
Yeah.
You do
Going
see
full
below
Magneto,
you.
you're just like levering your. They're like, holy
Yep.
shit! Here comes Magneto.
You do see on the other side of the wall now there is a couple of dogs fighting over some scraps of food. You
Okay.
can be lucky you flew over them.
It's like, oh my
So
god, it's
how-
Luca.
so
Luca's
that
now
wall was-
scraps of food.
How tall is the wall?
The wall is about 8 odd feet, so you can
So 10
say-
foot up and then sort of 20 foot diagonally. I'm trying to get up to roof level.
Yeah, so you won't be at roof level yet. But
Yeah,
I'll-
no, so I'm trying to go forward and up, and the aim is to hit roof level next turn and then just start gliding over the city.
I'll say you make it to about there.
Cool. I have no idea where anyone's gone, so I hope I find someone next turn.
You can probably see Crag. He stands out even in an alleyway.
Magma, what did you roll? No, you won't be able to.
Not yet.
I got a 9 as well. That's the same
You
as
got-
Luca.
Yeah. So if you move 20 feet, let's just roll that guard's attack quick. Did I close his sheet? That was dumb of me.
So does this mean we now have to fight guards as well because of this?
No,
we,
this
have
is
to,
just
we have to ignore guards. Is what we have to do.
this is just a chase complication. Yeah, he's not going to hit you, Magna.
What does he say to me when he's just trying to hit me? Is he?
So he basically sees you guys rushing after some people, chasing them, and he's just overzealous in his duty and tries to stop you. And in
Kind
the
of instinctive. Ooh, just.
he's got
Just
the
try to trip you
moment,
with the
does-
staff. Try to strip
does
you with the
stab
spear,
you.
kind of.
Try and stab you with the spear.
Hey, wrong person. That's my full movement that I've done.
All right. What did Alien get?
Alien got a 18.
18. He's fine. He can move as normal.
Cool. So 30 foot to there.
Hey, Erica, is that wizard?
Yeah, so Aldwin, as you fly up, you do see Alien pass in front of you.
There,
North to
there's someone.
south.
I know that one.
I want to see what he has. Sorry, 1 second. Wasn't looking at his sheet. Want to see how does this work?
Although dealing out temporary hit points.
Well, I'm here. I may as well give them to myself. Can't get it to Ilian. He's not in range.
And then he's just going to take the dash action and get into the alleyway.
All right, yeah. So you can basically make it to there. You won't be able to use that last 5 feet. All right, and I think with that movement, Ilian can give me his random roll quick.
I did a random roll, but I didn't know if I was meant to anyway.
Ilian gets the knife.
You are on your turn every time. All right. At the top of the round, we are going to take a quick body break. We'll be back in 10 minutes to see if these guys can get back Magnar's gold, which was how much, by the way?
Magnar does spend more than the rest of us.
I do. However, I've been saving for a while now. I had 176 gold.
Cool.
And I had 228 copper.
Mm-hmm.
And I had 5 silver left.
All right. Cool.
I mean, it could be worse.
Luckily, I gave most of my silver to Alduin.
Yeah. That's 20 something.
So, yeah. Wait, why is there a message in chat? Oh, no, it's okay, never mind. Yeah, we'll take the break there. Christian, thanks. And
blasters
back
will come in
10
handy
minutes.
now, by the way. Just saying.
I still need to use my place. See everyone now.
The one on the web is the one with the pouch, isn't it?
No problem. And we're back. The party is still trying to catch the thieves as they run away. Let's see what happens to the thieves on their turn. They roll a 12, so no complications for them. So they are just...
That's bullshit.
All right, so but first, the one in the web. What was the check again, Luca?
Dex.
13.
It's a Dex.
It's a DC 13. Yeah, unfortunately, it's Dex.
Right, I'm just going to make the save for both because they are going to move through it. Right, so both of them succeed, but it is still difficult terrain.
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to be the first 5 feet is difficult terrain for this one, so that's 10.
Probably 10 feet.
Yeah. They're going to go there. And then...
I can't see anything moving on this one.
And my spider climb is gone, by the way, because web is concentration.
All right. So this one is going to go, so it's 15, 20, 30, 40, 50.
I didn't see again. I don't. They just kind of disappeared off my thing.
I will tell you where they are moving now, so they can make it to there. So they went, and let me just switch this on. They basically went that way, and then they went north again.
Okay.
You should have stuck on the main road.
And so, yeah, Magnar, you do see the 2 additional individuals moving into this location. I'm just going to mark them for you for a second.
Yeah.
So
where's Magnar? I can't see him for some reason.
I saw them scampering through, right?
Yeah, the 2 with the red dots.
Yeah.
You got them?
Yep.
All right. And
Is there
that is
another alley of theirs?
No, there's no alley up there.
Would I notice either of them to be the one that actually was in front of me when they bumped into me?
Give me a perception check with advantage.
I didn't roll at advantage because I didn't click it. 21.
All right, with the 21, this one over here is the one that bumped into.
Okay, cool.
All right, Luca, what are you doing?
I'm going to stop concentrating on the web, so it will go away.
I was wondering if you were going to do that.
and I'm gonna full speed ahead. I rolled a 2, by the way, on my random event roll.
All right, so for you,
I can't catch up with these guys.
Yeah, a crowd blocks your way. Can you give me a strength, athletics or acrobatics check?
Oh, I'll go acrobatics. Well, I'm a halfling. I should be able to just bag tag him as I run through. Hang on.
Through the legs.
Don't worry, I'm excellent at acrobatics.
Just don't roll the net one. You're fine.
All right, so that's 25 feet. I'm going to go dash, move again. 25 feet.
All right.
Can I spot? I mean,
Yeah,
like, oh my god.
Give me a perception check.
Fuck me. Okay. I'm yelling, "Stop thief! Stop thief!"
Yeah, this one is not going to cost you an action.
Saying "stop thief." Sorry, it will cost me an action to say
No,
"stop
no,
thief."
no. Your perception check is not costing you an action.
Okay. Yep. Hang on. Let me just roll here. My perception is excellent. Fuck! I have a +5. Like, I just can't.
Yeah, you're pretty sure it is this one and that one.
But one of them is probably bloodied as well from Craig smacking him in the face.
Because I can see one that has less hit points, so I'm just like, as a player,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna cast sleep on the
Right.
like the two that I can see. Like I'm pretty sure those are the thieves. I'm like not so fast.
What's the area of effect?
When you wake up, you'll be in prison, thieves. It's a 20-foot radius, right? So if I cast it in between these two, I'll get them because I think it's these two, right? So
Yeah, you're basically gonna get those 4.
these go over. Okay, yeah, great. I presume regular city folk won't have as many hit points. So yeah.
No, they don't.
They have like 2 kittens worth.
I think, isn't that common or 4 HP?
All the bugs fall asleep. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna cast. I'm gonna cast sleep. I'm gonna cast it at 2nd level because I think these are. Why not? Where's my sleep spell?
Worked on Carrick.
Dang.
Yeah, no, I'm just tired after work.
All right, so there's
Terrible rolls. So 26
26.
hit points worth of creatures.
All right, so this one, and this one, and a couple
cool.
of, and off this roof of that gazebo there, you hear a dull thud.
Well,
It does a dull thud as a cat falls off the roof.
Oh. And I'm like, I'm sorry, sir or ma'am. I was just trying to get these 2 thieves over here.
It's raining cats and dogs.
Everyone remain calm.
But yeah, that one does unfortunately save against the spell.
Cool. Well,
And then you can give me another random roll. And then, Craig, it is your turn.
Cool. 40 feet to right behind Luca.
We're 4. My roll is a 4.
All right.
Do I see the one that I smacked in the face?
I'm like, check it out, Craig. I put 2 of them to sleep. Might want to go help the other one that I put to sleep by accident.
From where you are, no, you can't see the one that you smacked in the face.
So I'm going to take the dash action just to get up into this area then. I'll move the 5 feet first. Do I see anything then? No?
From there, give me a perception check at advantage.
Can I give him disadvantage by pointing to the 2 that are closer? I'm like, it's those 2, it's those 2.
it would make it a straight roll, yes. So straight perception, Craig.
Don't ignore the advantage.
No,
then.
straight perception.
Yeah, as far as you are aware, Craig, it is those 2.
Oh, fuck.
But like one of them's going to have a bloodied face from my Craig straight up smacked him in the head.
So this one kind of hit their head when they went down
No.
with the sleep spell, so they've got a little bit of blood on them.
It's the one fucking guy that's not asleep.
It's probably like a gnome or something that fell asleep, and it's like, the same token.
Yeah, he's just going to keep
Yeah,
wandering through.
I just used the generic commoner tokens because why not?
Yeah, he's just going to walk into the middle there, and he's kind of like, they're asleep.
Yeah, just be careful. That one there, I think they fell asleep by accident. So just don't don't hurt them.
Yeah, but yeah, no, Craig's just gonna you're just gonna wander up to here and just kind of look around. So that the ones that are asleep. You know?
All right.
He's definitely not getting within 5 feet. One makes a run. Definitely not.
Of course not. Alduin, what?
I rolled a 16.
Craig,
yeah.
What was your roll? Your previous
Mine was a 7.
Right, so on a 7, it would have been.
The card, isn't it?
6.
So yeah, as you made your way past these ones that were blocking Luca, a brawl breaks out between them. Just give me a athletics check to push your way through.
Cool. Advantage on that because I'm raging. Which is about to fade now anyways because I haven't taken damage.
Yeah.
But it would have been for this turn. So 21. Greg just shoves me out of the way.
Yeah, you managed.
Greg breaks up the fight as he's moving through. Slams both of them into the sides of the alleyways and just shoves them.
Alduin, what was yours?
16.
Yeah,
I want to see what complication you've got for me 20 foot up in the air. That'd be interesting. I'm just going to go straight east and up and over that building in front of me.
You fly straight into a bird.
So 30 feet gets me there. Alien looks like they're carrying on down the corridor, the alleyway, don't they? I guess.
Yeah, sort of. He's kind of just there, and he's like, "Guys."
Yeah.
Hello?
So I'm just gonna keep rising up over the roof of the building in front of me and going straight. I don't know how that works on this map. Joanne, you're muted.
It's like this circle of darkness rising over the city. Bong, bong, bong.
Yeah,
like it's like the Akira bubble. It's like, oh my god, the end of the world.
So yeah, you can just move yourself to there where you are. You are basically just one square further.
So that it was. So my movement was to here, and then I'm just dashing. Yeah.
All right, so 30 feet puts you there. You know what? I'm just going to move you to there, which is in line with where your movement would have been.
Okay.
And I've made note of where you are. Your random roll, please, as we go over to Magnar. What did you get?
I got 12.
You're fine.
Grand job. Okay, so I'm going to run up to here and I'm going to cast Hold Person on that one.
The what? Which one?
The one I didn't want to mark because of the other guys, but that one.
No. If you're casting a spell at someone specific, that's fine. All right.
Oh, we all know that's the one. It's just in character we don't know.
No, I know.
Yeah, so you can mark it how you want.
A wisdom save. He fails with a 5.
Cast it on Magnar.
So he's. Yeah, I get because he was running. Does he just like face plant?
No, they don't face plant when they.
They just freeze like in mid run, like a statue.
And I'm going to shout to Craig, that one, and I'm going to point to the one running out the edge of the market.
Craig will just see the imprint of like the pommel of like the raven's head on the bottom of his weapon, just in the edge of his temple. He's like, you.
Miss Jawbreaker, no, we're not killing cats. They're simply putting them to sleep.
Oh, you don't wake up from the big sleep.
It's humane. They didn't feel a thing. They fell asleep and then fell off the building.
Yeah. No, it's like a stall, so it's like just over 6 feet high.
So I was casting sleep on a cat. You hardly ever notice the difference because they're always sleeping anyway.
Yeah. What did Alien roll for his random roll?
It was a 7.
I think was it a 7?
Give me 1 sec. I'll check now. Sorry, it's not scrolling. That was the second most recent one I did.
Well, 7 makes sense because the brawl
2.
is still in progress. A 2.
No, 6. Sorry. My brain's not. I'm looking at the 3 different ones. It's like, no, that wasn't him. It's the 6.
Yeah, so as this brawl is still in progress here, I'm going to move that one up there. A pack of dogs have stepped out from behind the barrels and have started barking at the people.
Right here?
Yeah, over here.
Ask Miss Jocker, or is it okay if we kill dogs? Because they're kind of tasty. Okay.
No.
She says no animals.
Okay.
What does Ilian have that he can do?
Oh, the cantrip.
Ice knife,
Not
man,
the
that's
cantrip.
It's the go-to.
He will Misty Step.
Luca's still trying to figure out how to make ice knife a cantrip, because it's just like Elliot must be the best wizard in the world to cast that as a cantrip, because I can't.
He just disappears and then reappears beside Alden, and then he will take his movement to get beside Luca. And he's like, because as no one has told him why they're chasing these people yet, he's like, what is going on?
Yeah, so technically he can...
He wasn't listening, he was reading his book. He's like, why is everyone running?
He can still dash if he wants to.
Yeah. That's what... Oh, he can, yeah. He'll kind of...
Elliot, these two here are the ones that they stole. They were working together and they stole from Magnar.
I'm assuming Elian knows what whole person looks like, though, so he's going to kind of walk up to the held one.
I don't know why that one got held. They're over here. The ones are over here.
Yeah, he can make it there easily.
It's the map is kind of causing difficulties, but yeah, he kind of gets to there beside Crag, and he's like, why are we chasing these? Because he wasn't listening when Luca said they robbed Magnar.
All right.
But Crag replies, he's like, I don't fucking know. They probably robbed Magnar. He was the one walking around like a dumbass.
Oh, I need to roll the complications.
Oh yeah, you need to make one.
So D20, 18, they fired.
Ilian got a 6, so dogs. All the dogs are just coming out, just fighting in the streets.
That one pack that's chasing me down, looking at all of Twilight for glory.
Ilian has like a pack of like Dachshunds, all like clinging to his outfit. He's like, oh god, Dachshunds everywhere.
Right, so the thief that's held is going to make a wisdom save on their turn. 19, they save. They are no longer held. Not that is helping them in any way, shape. Luca, what did you get on your roll?
Oh, I did roll. I just don't remember what I did. Hang on. It's up here somewhere. 4.
If you like 4.
It was 4.
All right. What's your complication?
Do I realize at this point that I slept the wrong people and that the actual ones are the ones that are?
Yeah, it is fairly easy to realize now. So, where are you going?
So what was this? What did the 4 do to me?
No, we'll get to that now.
Okay.
You're snared in a washing line, and
you just get kidnapped. The white van pulls up.
Yeah. White van pulls up, and the black bag over my head. Yeah.
Bag of holding.
No, that would cut. No, you'd cut someone's head off. You close bag of hole.
So I'm gonna kind of walk up to this guy who's like, desperately trying to run away. And I'm like, dude, seriously, this is it. Stop running.
As you move through that square over there, can you make me an acrobatics check, please?
Okay.
Or an intelligence check.
Go with the acrobatics.
Nope, it's going to be acrobatics. Unless you want me to make an investigation, which is better than acrobatics for me, for some reason.
No.
Why is investigation better? Oh, because I think it's one of my trained thief skill. Okay, anyway, acrobatics.
No, make one of the 2 I told you to make.
18.
All right. Yeah, you kind of bump into one of the barrels stacked on a crate, then it wobbles a bit, but you're fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so can I somehow, tell the guy to stop running? We just give us the thing back, it's... And the thieves can't. I'm like, listen, dummy, we're dragon slayers, man. We're gonna ruin your day if you keep running, in thieves can't.
All right, 100%. Craig, what did you? Are you gonna keep chasing?
I mean, he's not really chasing at this point. What he's gonna do is he's gonna try grab the guy. That's about it.
Yeah. All right, give me a.
The one next to you.
Or you could, in fact, in order to get around the whole disengage thing, you could just hold your action and say, I will grab him if he tries to run away or something.
Yeah,
like that.
actually, that's what I'll do.
Cool. Good to know.
Yeah, that's kind of what I didn't want to. I didn't think I needed to because we're trying to convince him, but at the same time, I don't want to get away.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you to roll on the table. Alduin, just give me a roll anyway.
I rolled a 16 previously.
All right, so you're fine. From where you are you still going up or are you going forward?
I'm going forward to start with.
Alduin cast guiding bolt.
It's like the Death Star will clear the moon of Yavin in 5 minutes.
How far or until what happens are you moving forward?
So I'm moving forward until I can see the marketplace, because I can't.
Right.
To me, it's just a black space.
Yeah, so you can move 25 feet, get you there.
Hey, I can see what's going on.
He flies into an anti-magic field.
Okay. Do I recognise what's going on?
Give me an insight check, because there are
A lot of
Sleeping
people.
three people on the ground, and the party is spread all over the place.
This is
It's
a
like
different
us.
kind of market.
14.
Yeah, it's enough to know that it's either one of these two that are the.
So it's the two next between those three, and none of the others are.
The proverbial shit has hit the proverbial fan.
Okay, so it was 25 to there, wasn't it? So I'm going to start descending down in a loud voice. It's just going to be, everyone freeze!
Give me an intimidation check.
If only I had any charisma to speak of. Oh well.
It can still be funny.
20.
All right. Good to know.
Luca freezes.
Now this
Luca's
ball
like,
the twilight now just enveloping all of them.
Yeah,
We have full-blown Scarlet Witch flying down, armed legs still. Come on. Yes.
You break the rules in your
moving.
hero, I break the rules in I'm the bad guy.
You are still moving, so give me a d20 roll as we go over to Magna.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to him and be like, seriously, just give me my money and you can go. And I'm gonna grab out the rod, the immovable rod, and I'm gonna hook it basically into like his shirt or his cloak and press the button. So if he's running away from us, he's gonna run away with no bloody top
Right,
on.
so yeah, there's still going to be like a grapple. So give me a athletics check.
That's fine.
Just shove it up his ass and then turn it on. No moving for you.
Oh no.
oh!
All right.
That's right on the money for Magna.
Can I assist? No.
So you are. What is Ilian doing?
I keep forgetting that I'm playing Hillian as well today. Sorry. He's going to. Does he have Hold Person prepared? Yes, he's going to cast Hold Person on this other guy.
All right, I'll make a
He's running away again.
save. On the one that's running away.
On this guy that was running away, that was already held. He's just going to.
Okay, cool. He fails, so he is held.
Cool.
He's not having a good day.
DM, would Alien be within the sphere at this point? I know Magnus not.
Magna would not. Luca would not. He'll say Alien is, yes.
Okay. You may as well get a bit of a bump then while he's there, just for.
All right,
Bump up. How many hit points?
Boop, boop. 12.
You get a 12 off rolling 1? Or is that just on my screen? Do you roll the 1?
He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
It
It gets progressively more and more broken the higher up in levels I go.
This is
Yes,
why
it
Jean's
does.
Duran is just going to drop me in a big pit at some point and say, fly out of that, you bugger.
it's not gonna be a
fly,
pit.
you're fine.
It's going to be a dragon's gullet, I think. It's got to say.
Oh,
So yeah, the other one, was anyone actually keeping an eye on the other one?
They're sleeping, we thought.
The sleeping one?
Yes.
No, I shouted to Craig and told him where one was running, and he did nothing about it.
All right.
This one.
You have
No. I shouted to you and pointed down the street that there was another one running, and you did nothing about it.
I'll be honest, I misunderstood that. I thought you meant it was this. Yeah, that's my bad.
No, that's great. It makes it even more funny. Magnar, you have lost sight of that one now.
Yeah.
On the complications, what did I roll? It was an 8.
Dogs.
So they need to make a dex save. No, they didn't roll dogs.
They rolled cats.
Yeah, they're fine. All right, Luca, it is your turn.
So if I look at this guy, is this the guy who was holding? I'll frisk him if he's held. I mean, I should be able to sleight of hand.
Yeah, easy enough. Give me a.
I don't even think there's a sleight of hand. You can just take all the shit.
It's going to be investigation.
All right. Do I get advantage or anything because he's held, or do I just?
No, it's just a straight roll.
Yeah, I'm always looking for advantage. You know me. Because I have a +8. Hey, 27.
Luca, remember, check his butt.
Yeah, so you do find that they have on them.
Like I want his library card. I want his driver's license.
Yeah, you find
money.
Everything. So you find he's got on him a pouch containing 22 gold, 21 silver, and 25 copper.
Immediately get that to Magnar.
He's got a short sword and a light crossbow as well.
Just throw those on the ground, and I'm like, this is not the guy. And I'll look at the person who's asleep next to him. Clearly not, who we're looking for. It's probably like a shopkeeper. I'm like, oh god. I'll look around. I'll look at Magnar, and I'm like, I don't think we got the right ones, Magnar. Or this one. Well, this one. I don't think. Where'd the other one go? Magnar, where'd the other one go?
Oh, he ran down that way. I told Craig to get after him, but
I misunderstood. I thought you meant this guy.
Oh well.
I was kind of confused. There was a lot of things happening there at once.
I don't know what to do at this point.
I do, and Craig will just kind of slap the other guy on the face. He's like, where'd they go?
He's paralyzed. He's paralyzed. What, you got to carry him under your arm?
Yeah, he can't move. So I'm going to temporarily drop you guys out of initiative.
Can this guy still speak when he's held? No?
No.
Oh.
But he will get another save at the end of his turn. Everyone
can out of initiative. Craig is going to tie him up.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say, and like I'll message Magnar, and I'll try to whisper, and I'll be like, I think if we capture this one and talk to him reasonably, we can maybe get him to give up the other person, or we can get an in with the Thieves Guild in this town if we could just show that we're not going to just be murdering these people.
Well, Craig doesn't intend to murder. He just wants to tie him up and interrogate.
Yeah, because we're in the middle of a marketplace, right? And we might get in trouble because we cast a sleep spell that, knocked down a few shopkeepers.
It's only been around, so the guards haven't, besides the two that have tried to stab you.
Yeah. Tie him up, Craig. Let's tie this guy up and bring him into the alley so he can.
No, I was even thinking maybe bring him to the guards. Just be like, this guy, he helped rob our friend. We chased him down.
No, we take him. Let's get him off the street.
Yeah, okay. In the alley, Craig will over the shoulder, pick him up, carry him into the alley.
Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Everything is perfectly fine.
Are you taking him back the way you came?
No, we'll head south.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Down this alley here.
I think we should go back there. Yeah, just off to the side. It's like there's nothing to see here. Pyrotechnist. Now you've forgotten everything.
I'm going to be using my next up actions to wake up the other people who are asleep.
All right, easy enough to do. Yeah, so now you have this thief.
Talk.
They tell you they have no idea what you're talking about.
So in Thieves' Cant, I'll say, I'll bring the short sword and the crossbow with me, and I'm like, yeah, this heavy equipment for people. But in Thieves' Cant, I'll say to him, yeah, you better talk, otherwise you're in big trouble, Mister. And in Thieves' Cant, I'm like, listen, we're trying to find your thieves guild so that we can talk to your people, and it's just bad luck that you stole from us, and we would like that money back. And we also want to talk about maybe doing some shopping. Okay, like honestly, buddy, don't just and yeah. And my big friend is going to turn your face into hamburger if you don't answer. Not in Thieves' Camp. Wink, wink,
yeah.
wink,
So
wink.
they tell you that they are not part of any guild.
Okay, then where's your boss?
Well, that's bad news.
Who's the guy bringing the money to?
They tell you that they steal the money to survive.
Okay, we get that, but we use that money to survive. You know, I've been in a similar position, but you picked the wrong people to steal from.
He tells you that you picked the wrong people to chase.
At that point, Craig is just gonna
Don't.
not gonna hit him. He's gonna grab him and push him up against the wall. He's like, right, you're gonna get us that money back, or I'm gonna tear your fucking head off.
Greg.
I'm gonna make an intimidation check.
No.
I'm just gonna intimidate. Not gonna try or
give me
just intimidate.
Give me an intimidation check.
Now, since I'm pushing him up against the wall, do I get to use strength there?
You can use your strength, yes.
Cool.
Yeah, and can I say, yeah, he's gonna kill you, man? And in Thieves' Cant, I'll be like, yeah, act scared now.
21.
It's okay. He is sufficiently scared.
Okay.
I'm scared that he might actually start hitting you.
Is he like a kid? Is this like like the sad story of kids that are trying to make steel to survive kind of
If
thing?
it's a kid, he took 8 hit points of damage to the face and didn't die, so he's a really
he's
good
got a
kid.
ton of hit points for a kid.
He isn't a kid, but he is a relatively young half elf. Probably in his late 20s.
In his 80s.
No, half elves age at the same rate as humans.
Yeah,
don't they? They reach maturity, but they just
he's
live
about
longer.
in his late 20s.
So I don't have any charm person type spells that I can use. I'm really not a great charisma character, so
I'm gonna push Craig to the side and.
Hey, does my 21 get me anything?
He is scared of you, yes, and he tells basically what he would be willing to tell you is that their meetup point, if anything was to go wrong, is further towards the east.
Cool. And then at that point, Craig will be like, further towards the east. And then he's just going to leave him tied up in the alleyway if no one else objects. Just let the guards find him.
I just go up to the kid, or the person. How long have you been in this town?
He tells you he's been in it most of his life.
Do you like this town?
He nods.
Do you want to be part of something bigger?
Give me a persuasion check.
And the fact he's scared shitless, give him advantage on that
this is
persuasion.
how you get people to join Scientology. You catch a thief and then force him to join Scientology.
He kind of gives you like a slow nod.
You're pretty good, you guys. You're very good with your hands, very quick. What if you could use it to better use, though?
Want to
Make
fight a
some-
dragon?
Like farming.
Just ignore him.
Oh, I didn't say that in character. That was a joke.
Yeah. So you kind of nods and says, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Also, how come
untie
you're not with a guild? My name is Luca, by the way.
He tells you that there is various reasons. One of them, the fact that the guild takes a cut of everything that they make.
That's true, but you wouldn't be in this predicament if you were with a guild. I figure. listen, we just want to meet with your friend. We want to get our stuff back, and maybe yeah, we can offer you a job if you're looking for work, trying to survive and such. The dwarf's got a good pitch.
What job are we offering them?
Give me a persuasion check, Luca.
Persuasion. I have no. That's my only stat with no bonus is charisma. Okay, here we go. I'm like, I blink my.
You have a bless from last session, I think, there as well, for some source.
Did I ever get a bless? Like as a DM, I got a bless, but I can't use that.
Yeah, I can't remember if you had a bless from last session. Apparently, I've still got one from last session, so I've got 2 in the bank.
Yeah, I have my persuasion, straight roll. 12.
All right, he rolled a 10.
Hey.
So yeah, he tells you that he's probably going to get in quite a bit of trouble for this, and he basically gives you the exact location of where they were going to meet up.
All right, can I try? Do I think I can trust him? Like if we let you, if we like, release you right now, are you going to try to run away again?
Give me an insight check. But he basically tells you that he's going to try and get free from his bonds and then make himself scarce.
Yeah, 17.
Are you saying it's all in common?
Yeah. I'm saying, can we trust you not to run away? Because we want to meet up with your friend and we want you to meet up with your friend so that you can give us back what belongs to us.
Yeah, so he basically tells you he's going to run in the opposite direction.
How about this?
Well, he tells me he's going to run away. What?
Yeah, he tells you as soon as he gets a chance, he's leaving.
How about this? Listen, I don't want you getting in trouble. You obviously don't want to get in trouble because you're going to be out on your own alone. How about you, me, and Luke here? How about we just walk down, chat to the other people? All I want is my bag. My pouch is, special to me. And I even give you guys a few quid. I know you guys are just trying to survive. I can't afford for you guys to take all of that.
One last persuasion.
Wait, wouldn't people be getting bonuses from Magnar's aura on that as well?
That saves, I think.
That was it?
Just on saves, I think.
Okay.
I'm going to use my channel divinity.
Mm-hmm.
Emissary of Peace, is it?
My emissary of peace. To add a +5 to my persuasion.
Nice.
Right.
Oh, it was
19.
All right. So he tells you that if you untie him, he'll take you to his colleague.
Insight check?
Try and convince him to give you the money back.
I'll ask him to turn around so I can untie his hands.
All right. Craig, insight away.
Yeah, give me 1 sec. I have to find it here. I don't use
This guy knows that we have his weapons and we have his pouch, right? With his money.
Yes.
That is a
So
16.
If he runs away, he's going to run away from those things.
Yeah. As far as you can tell, he's being truthful.
Like I said, I'll undo the rope, give it back to whoever's rope it is, and then
Craig.
just stand there for a sec.
Yeah, he kind of, rubs his wrists a bit, from where they've been chafing. You can, and judging by the marks on his arms, you can see he's been trying his hardest to slip out of the bonds. He's just been rolling like a piece of shit on his flight there.
Okay,
you were more likely to hurt yourself to break those bonds, to be honest. And you could. It's not about you need to create a
Greg,
gag. You don't
shut up. Shush. And I'll just say to him, do you mind? And I'll hold out my hand as if I'm trying to take his arms.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't resist, no?
And I'll give him 2 points to lay on hands to make his wrist feel better.
All right.
Yeah, rope burn sucks.
No, it kind of gives you a funny look as you do that.
Like I said, we have no intention of hurting you, of taking you into the guards of the town. You've got to survive, I understand that, but what we're trying to do as a whole for this whole land is more important, and we need what we have. So please, help us get this back.
We're hunting a dragon that has been attacking towns, basically, if you want to know, since we're, kind of guilt tripping.
It's not a guilt trip.
Well, it's not really a guilt trip, but I don't know what another
Greg,
word for
how
that
about
is.
you shut up?
And with that, I'm going to move you guys to a different section of the map. Once I've placed you there, you can arrange yourselves as you see fit.
No,
I
I
should
did
have
say
known
to
better.
her
I
it
think
was
you're actually going to show.
As he leads you to this location. He's walking
Okay.
in front, by the way. So if you go all the way to the far right of the map, top corner.
Okay. I did say it was for me and Luca to ahead with him, so I'd say we'd probably be, I don't know, like 20 feet in front of the rest of the guys with the guy.
Yeah, and I'm gonna message Craig and say, by the way, Craig, I still think. Oh, sorry, Craig, this is Luca.
Yeah, I know.
Keep acting kind of angry, and keep pretending that you're arguing with Magnar. It looks good.
I mean, I am angry. This guy's a dick.
All right. So
So you said Luca and
because I'm still not convinced that they're gonna
give us the money.
That they're not gonna just be like 10 guys ambushing us or something like that. Like, I mean, this he could be lying. I'm not very good at reading people, so.
Yeah, so you do make it. I'm assuming Alien wouldn't be that.
No, I was moving him back.
All right.
He's got it with Craig.
Detect
My
thoughts, I don't
my
have that.
passive insight's 16, by the way.
All right. Good to know. Yeah, these people have cleared out by now.
I'm going to be more back here. I'm just trying to make sure no one else sort of lean on this corner and just trying to make sure no one else is
How far back are you?
from where they are. Not that
Oh, you're right behind Alien. Sorry, I couldn't see
Sorry.
it.
So yeah, you can, especially Luca and Magna, you can see that there's the other individual is there with 4 other individuals, each of them brandishing a mace. And yeah, the one that you have with you kind of looks over at the other one and smiles at them and says, well, they caught me. And he tells them that they want the money back. Is anyone doing anything?
I'm waiting to see the reaction from this guy that he's talking to.
At this point, I'm ready to fight. Like, if they try to fight us again, this time we're not. I mean, you get.
Oh
you
yeah,
get your chance.
no, we were nice.
You get your chance,
this time,
and
now
that's
you
it.
die. Well, maybe not die. We might do non-lethal, but yeah.
So,
Can I tell which one is is there one of them the leader? Can I tell?
give me an insight check.
Oh God, insight. Hang on, insight. I'm super good at insight.
Just as a note for everyone, you'd have ended up with 10 temporary hit points.
Cool.
Oh,
I'd have made
thank
sure
you.
you would have all had a bump before I dropped the sphere.
All right, Luca, as far as you can tell, it is this one,
The one that has the money.
the one that has the money.
I'm just gonna say to the guy that's with us. I said I'm gonna say, it looks like your friends are about to attack us again. If that happens, it's not gonna go well for you. That's all I'm gonna say.
Like I said to your friend here, we don't want to stop you. We don't want to hurt you. I need that money because we are doing a lot of things for the whole of this continent. And we can't afford to be out of pocket.
I'll put my hand on his
money.
arm and I'll be like, Magnar, we don't need to explain to them why we need our money back. It's we're not going to appeal to their better nature, right? And I look at them.
Yeah, the other one kind of scoffs at that comment.
Eric's
and he-
gonna start moving forward slowly. Not threateningly. He's just back. He's just moving up to back up the.
Yes,
the
she immediately clocks you moving closer, and looks back at the other thief and says, "Are you sure about this?" And
We don't want to fight. We just want our money.
Crag, stay back and shut up.
The other one nods and says, "Yes, give it back to them." And this one reaches into their cloak and is going to throw a dagger at Luca.
Damn it.
Yeah, I knew it. This is a Wrath of Khan moment. It's like, here's my code, Khan. My shields are dropping.
That's a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Right, you take... Oh, why did I roll again? Shouldn't have rolled again.
Am I getting sneak attacked?
You are getting sneak attacked. You take 7 piercing plus an additional 13 piercing, so 20 total.
Okay, so Luca actually takes nothing. They'll see as Magnar grabs his symbol and literally accepts that pain and just looks at him and says, "You know, you could have survived this."
Oh my god!
So the one that threw the dagger kind of shrugs and says, mouths to feed and all.
I was offering you some of the gold, just not all of it. Now you're gonna die.
They tell you that now you will give them everything.
These fuckers don't know.
Because I was going to give him the speech. I was going to say, "You want to take a shot at the title? This is your double or nothing." But I didn't want to encourage them to do that. So, okay.
Whose initiative are we missing?
Baldwin.
Mine as well.
Let's fuck him up.
Garbage.
Not a good roll.
So just so you know, these guys have got like a plus 13 on their charisma. So yeah,
you should have known.
Who are we missing? Alwyn,
I have my token
Ilian,
selected.
Craig.
We are going to take so much damage. Oh my god.
No, they're about to take so much damage.
No, are you kidding? There's a thief. There's one of them is next to me and Magnar. They're going to get sneak attack on all their attacks. Oh god.
Can I have just done something as a reaction, but it's nothing violent or anything that way? I want to grab this one, and I'm going to put him behind me.
I will say I'll let you do that, but you'll have to make an opposed roll.
Okay. Like, I'm not doing it viciously either. I'm like
moving him out of the way.
Yeah.
You're still trying to save this one? Oh god. Okay.
All right.
You put him behind you.
I've rolled crap on my acrobatics. You need to beat a 15.
What am I rolling? Sorry.
Athletics.
Athletics. Oof, no.
You have the training? No.
Yeah, they just kind of twist out of your grasp. But Craig, it is your turn.
Rage. So rah, and then 20 to there.
Mm-hmm.
Great weapon, great sword, great weapon master. Gonna just swing for the face.
All right, go for it.
I'll go reckless as well. Fuck it.
Oh my god.
That hits.
That is 18 plus 2, so 20.
Terrible
10,
damage.
30 damage.
Yeah. Wow.
For which one?
30 damage for the guy directly in front of me. Like this guy. Not the one that we brought with us.
The other one.
The dagger. Yeah.
All right, 30 points of damage.
Cool.
Anything else? They are going to, however, use uncanny dodge.
Yeah.
So that's... Just forgot about that. Need to bring
15.
that up a bit.
Swing again.
20 hits.
For 22 points of damage.
So hang on, that wasn't a 20 though, Carrick, right? It was a 15 because you're using Great Weapon Master.
15, yeah.
Sorry, a 15 doesn't hit.
Okay, never mind.
That's what I thought. Sorry.
Yeah, they managed to dodge out of the way of that attack. Anything else, Craig?
Yeah, I would have done Divine Fury on the first one, so.
All right. So it's another 2d6 plus I think
Plus
3.
2. Oh yeah, plus 3 because I'm 7. Oh, if that roll. That is 5 plus 3, so that is 8 more.
All right.
Radiant, so
that was on the first attack, so that's half to 4.
Yeah.
All right, it is their turn.
These guys are tough.
Luca, the one in front of you yanks the dagger out of your shoulder where it hit you, and looks down at you and says, nothing personal.
Yeah, I get it.
Should have killed them in the alleyway.
Turns around and tries to sink the dagger into Craig's back.
Backstabber, literally.
That is a 26 to hit.
Disadvantage?
Yeah, it's straight roll because I went reckless.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so 26 hits.
All right, so that's...
Well, he's flanking anyway.
7 plus an additional 17, 24 halved.
12.
Another attack.
Oh, fuck.
20 to hit.
Yeah.
And the last one, 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Remember, you had temporary hit points.
You take a further 6 and 6 for 12 half to 3 and 3.
So it's 6 damage.
Yeah. The other one is then going to swing at you with his short sword.
Yep.
It's a 19 to hit.
Yep.
You take a total of 18 points slashing down to 9. Then 2 further attacks, a 21 and a 20 to hit.
Yep.
So you take a further 18 down to 9.
They fucked me up in one hit.
The thugs are then going to move up.
As soon as he moves, monkey.
No.
All right. So the top one moved first. Roll your
either
D8.
way. 7. That's a good one. I think that does Ice Storm.
All right. Centered on the target.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt us. Still, it'll fuck them up.
Just read the description.
Yeah, I'm getting it up now. I think that's the big 20-foot thing.
Isn't that the one that just slows them down?
Nope.
Sleet Storm's one that slows them down.
Ice Storm is a 4th level spell.
I'm not going to take that back. Sorry, I wanted to let the guys disengage, but that's fine. DC 14 dex save, 9 and 9. All right, so what's the radius on it?
It's a 20-foot radius.
All right, I'm just going to give this guy an aura so that I can see where it hits.
Couldn't have just been Kona cold.
All right, so that's going to hit Magnar, Luca, Craig, both thieves, and all 4 thugs.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do the rogues first.
They'll probably save and take
20. They both roll not a 20, but not a natural one, and because of evasion, they take 0 damage.
Yeah.
The thugs on their decks. It's a natural 20, a 3, a 17, and a 7. So 2 save, 2 fail.
The ones that save take half.
So the ones that saved are going to take half. So we'll start it at the top. So this one is going to take -9. This one is going to take 18. This one is going to take 9. And this one is going to take 18. Okay, saves for the rest of you. Craig, you take...
I take 9 damage total, I'd say, because, well, 8, because I'm resistant to both of these types of damage anyways.
Yeah, so you take 9 and 9. Yeah, so down to 8. Technically, these guys should get an additional hit point back. I always forget about that.
I have an 18 save, so I take 9 damage instead of 18 damage.
Don't you have evasion yet?
No, I don't get. You don't get evasion until level 6 thief, and I never got to level 6 thief, so I don't have it.
And Magnar, you
I actually
take.
got 15 because I forgot. One part I always forget is that my shield gives me a bonus 2 if I
To your deck
save.
saves. Yeah.
Also, Luca and Crag, you get a plus bonus for whatever Magnus'
4,
charisma modifier is.
So what was it? +4 to my deck save?
That's a 3. No, it's a
To
plus
any
3.
save.
Oh, I save then. So I take what?
No, you.
14 meets a pizza.
Oh, you've got advantage on deck saves. You're right.
What is the
So you
bonus,
take-
Meg? How much of a bonus do we get
Plus
from
3.
you, Magnar?
Plus
You
3.
only take Craig. You only take 4 damage.
So I get 4 back.
Yes.
So mine was a
Magnar-
15, yeah.
Yeah, you save.
How much of a bonus do we get from Magnar's aura? Oh,
Plus
added
3.
Oh, plus 3,
Plus
okay.
3. All right. Now the thugs are going to take their turn.
Wait.
Well, the plus 3, Richard, is to the save. So
Yep.
that's not the damage. That's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
And-
I just added the global save modifier plus 3
yeah.
for Magnar's aura, so.
Oh yeah,
And
they should make one of those.
Yeah, all of their attacks are going to be at advantage because of pack tactics. So Craig, that's 4 attacks at you.
Mm-hmm.
That is 13, 9, 13, 21. So only 21 hits.
Yeah.
You take 6 bludgeoning down to 3.
Yep.
Jesus.
Magnar, 4 attacks. That's a natural 20, a 23, a 12, and a 14.
Is Alien within 30 feet?
Nope.
You can't see the attacker.
2 hit. The natural 20 and the 23.
Can you not impose disadvantage on yourself, on the people attacking yourself, or is it just other people?
I've already done my reaction anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Magnar, you take 8 and 7 for a total of 15 bludgeoning damage. As this guy just clocks you twice in the head with the mace.
Bong, bong.
And then that is their turn. Luca.
So are we killing these guys, Magnar, or we just knock them out and leave them for their whatever? I think we could actually get a nice benefit from the Real Thieves Guild if we turn these guys over alive, or will they just get? I don't know. I know. I'm just gonna attack this guy.
The fact or the thief.
The thugs go down easier, but the thieves do more damage. I don't know. Fuck. I guess I'll attack the thief. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You know what? It wasn't personal, and don't worry, we're not going to kill you guys. We're just going to hand you over to the Thieves Guild. So how's that? And,
As Craig proceeds to slaughter them.
Do I get advantage to attack the one that's in between me and Craig? All right, I get advantage. I have no bless, but I have sneak attack. And I will use my rapier.
With the thunder thing, not too more.
AC 21 for 18 damage.
That definitely hits.
To this one. Yeah, I don't do very much damage, so.
To that one. 18. Cool.
Good enough.
Anything else?
Guess I'll bonus action stab with a dagger, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hang on. I don't get to add my... it's just a dagger. I don't get to add my dex bonus to the damage if I hit. So I'll do just 2 damage. I'm like, look how... yeah, sorry, I wish I was better at this.
Aldrin, what are you doing?
So just a quick check behind me. No one else is running up to try to look like they're trying to defend these guys.
Give me a perception check.
I'm not doing it as an action. This is just a quick.
Should you not be able to use your passive because you were actively looking for
like
that,
a bunch
so.
of suspiciously thewed thieves with a ton of hit points.
Yeah, he needs to make a perception check because he was actively looking.
I thought he'd be able to get away with his passive because he was using it earlier.
No, I was actively looking. I did say
Oh,
It's
Okay.
it's right there in the name, passive.
Yeah, good point.
so. Anyway,
Yeah.
so as far as I'm
As
aware
far as
now,
you
it's
can
coming
tell.
up.
Yeah.
Cool. 10, 15, 20. Where is that guy? There he is. I am going to upcast command on the thugs.
On all 4 of them.
All 4 of them, yes. So that's at 3rd level.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to switch on advantage. That's 4 wisdom saves.
It'd be like kill your friends.
All right, and what is the command?
Betray.
Blank. Oh.
That's a good one.
Wait,
that could backfire because they already betrayed us.
And welcome to people, they're supporting that. The other one.
Doesn't matter. It's making them lose their turn. That's the big effect of command, which is great.
Well, if they attack the other lady as well, they presumably serve her. And if I've just told them to betray,
are these women? Are these ladies? I thought I didn't look close.
Sometimes
the leader.
She. Yeah. Sometimes he was saying she. Sometimes he was saying he. So I don't know.
Yeah. So that one is a he. That one is a she.
So the stabby bitch is a he.
Cool. Is that your turn, Aldwin?
Luca's not good with gender, so it's like, yeah.
I don't think I've got any bonus actions I can usefully do at this point.
So, you can see this one over here seems to be unaffected by the spell.
The one at the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just wait until like eventually when you do get like holy weapon and stuff. Your bonus action is gonna be crazy.
Oh wait, I've got bless. What's your DC?
16 now.
Never mind.
You're supposed to give it to us, man.
Yeah, chat.
Why?
Didn't say that when I blessed you on Friday, Richard. I noticed.
I used it on the players.
No, I can't do any bonus actions at this point, actually. So that's my turn. Thank you.
Magna, what are you doing?
Can I push my way through to get to there? I'm going to go.
You're watching too much Luca.
Moving in between characters, unfortunately not, especially once hostile towards you.
We can move towards like allies, but I don't think enemies. So no, you've ruled them past.
So you can, if you had to do something like that, you would have to take that type of route.
Right. Okay. Well, then I'll just go to here, and I'm going for this one.
All right. So as you do move there, 2 of them are going to swing at you.
Okay.
Oh, that's a natural 20 and a 12.
Okay.
You take 6 points bludgeoning from the natural 20.
Okay.
Well, that's not a good nat. That's a shit nat 20.
Yeah, they don't do a lot of damage.
I'm pissed now. I don't care. I just want this fucker.
Yeah, you just want your money back.
I don't even care about the money.
So now that the natural 20 went through, can we remind Carrick that Elian has an ability that allows him to cancel natural 20s? Oh, he's too far. Okay, good.
I do remember. I've been
Can you remind Richard that he should keep his mouth shut? Yeah. Well, I think you let it happen once, and then you're like, "Hey, man." But yeah, it's a close range thing.
Yeah, so she just kind of steps back half a step and laughs at you as you swing twice wildly and miss.
Stupid. Maybe it's the sword is just garbage.
You have a clockwork? You have a clockwork amulet if you want to make one of those rolls plus 10. Like an immediate.
Yeah, so you need to declare before that. Yeah.
You do. We got one of those back in Nomengard, and we.
Yeah, and it's Aldrin that has it, not me.
No,
you have it.
Yeah, we specifically insisted you take it.
Okay, well then I need to stick that on my sheet.
Elian's going to turn these guys inside out, so it's fine.
Just remember, you need to declare you're using the clockwork amulet before you roll your attack.
Yeah. And also, if we get a second one of those, you can use it. Like they don't require attunement, so you can just back to back use them. They're great if you stockpile.
What is
Luca? You're blessed, by the way. Well, there's a
but from chat.
From chat.
Oh wow! So that gives me one shot at a plus 1d4. Like I can.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yes. Thank you.
Bonus action. I will cast Shield of Faith onto Luca.
All right.
Jesus, thank you.
Haste the Barbarian. Because we need the damage output on these guys. So Alien will cast haste on. They'll move into range and then cast haste on Craig.
I'm like, Alien, no, attack them. Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, all he has is Fireball prepared or Melts, and that'll start hurting us.
You'll set fire to the city, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't feel like using Fireball in the city. And as well as that, he'll move within range so he can start cancelling that 20s.
All right.
So that'll be his turn.
Good play.
Cool. What's Craig doing?
Pasted Barbarian shit. So, Reckless Great Weapon. So that is a 20 to hit the leader.
All right, that hits.
That is 24 damage.
All right. Got another
up.
attack. They still up.
I got 3 more attacks.
And I'm yelling, don't kill them.
22, that's an 18 for
a 17.
17.
Yes, that hits.
They still up.
For 22 damage, they are still up.
Hasted action, gonna attack this one here.
All right.
Misses probably.
No.
That definitely misses.
Yeah, that is it. Can I do anything for bonus? I don't think so.
You cannot.
Bonus action just.
All right, the thieves now go. The one with the dagger is going to
immediately die.
Try and stick it in your back again and twist it a bit.
No, don't do that.
Disadvantage.
All right, you rolled the same number, so it's an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
All right, so it's sneak attack.
Yeah.
It's 5 plus another 12, so 17 down to 8.
8. Okay. Alden, did you still have the 10 hit point thing up or no?
No.
No.
No, okay.
It was more than a minute before we started.
Yeah, no, I was just making sure just in case you.
Yeah, no, you only had it to start with, not beyond.
Second attack is a 23. Third attack is a 17.
All of them hit.
All right, you take.
Oh wait, no, 17. Does that hit? Yeah, it does. I only get +2.
All right, so you take a further 10 down to 5.
Well, the haste adds to your armor class, I think, though, right?
Yeah, but it's still 17.
Okay.
Right. He is then going to disengage. And move there.
You motherfucker! He's going for the wizard.
Kind of underneath the roof. The other thief is then going to attack. Oh, sorry, I would have held that move until after the attack. Just because I want my sneak attack.
But you are.
Craig was going reckless anyway, so you get.
You let go of the money. You let go of the mini.
All right, well, you still have advantage on the attacks.
Yeah, no, you do.
But Craig was reckless anyway, so.
Yeah, 23, 25, and 17 again.
23, 20. Yeah, everything hits.
All right,
Terrible
so
movie,
that's
by the way.
going to be 6 plus.
You're going to wish you had sunflowers in your pockets, Craig.
17.
No, I'm good. I got this. I'm a barbarian now.
23 down to 11.
Yeah. Is that the full damage?
No, that's from the first attack.
Okay.
The second attack, 10 down to 5. And the third attack, 5 down to 2.
I'm still up. I'm good.
All right. Then going to take the disengage action.
I really wish I had Sentinel right now. Oh, you fucks. They're going. No.
You cast a spell in plain sight of thieves. They are relatively intelligent.
It's because they saw him measuring and they're like, get him, he's measuring.
The other thug is going to take a swing at you with his mace.
Yep. That's the one that didn't get told to betray, is it?
That's the one that didn't get told to betray. Yeah, 12 and 17.
17 hits.
All right, you take 8 down to 4 bludgeoning.
Stone's endurance. No, I'll take it. Actually, fuck it.
All right. And then the other thugs are going to go there because he's the closest target. And they are going to take swings at him, all at advantage. So that says hit, hit, hit.
What the fuck?
Hit. So all of them hit.
I love the idea that he's just standing there going, but Dave, why are you hitting me?
Dave, I swear I'll pay you back tomorrow. No.
Yeah. So that's 4 plus 4 is 8. Plus another 3 is 11. 15 plus 3 is 18. And one more attack. 18 plus 7 is 25, which is just one more than HP than he had. You watch as these guys quite literally beat this guy to death.
I just imagine, like, in cartoons when that sort of thing where people get mobbed and they just all of a sudden they're just getting beaten the fuck with like sticks. It's like,
I thought it was Craig that was getting murdered. I'm like, why are we being so cool about this? And it's just like, oh my god, this place is so awful.
But that is their turn. Luca, what are you doing?
I'm like, okay,
Craig is dead.
That was awful. I'm like, oh hey, I'll be right back, and I'll just come over here, and I'll stab this one with my rapier. So,
all right, go for it.
Yeah. Can I use the bless? Can I use the bless after I roll if I don't roll well, or does the bless have to be declared?
If you don't like what you roll, yes.
Okay, so I won't use the bless, but I will. I'm just gonna say I'll be like, we didn't have to do this. Really sorry about this. Yeah.
Sorry.
Here we go. Just gonna stab you a little bit. AC 25 for
25 does it.
21 damage against this thief here.
All right, they're going to use Uncanny Dodge.
Did they not already use that against Craig?
Well, they had a turn after
They've
Craig
already
went.
had a turn since then.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else, Luca?
Guess I'll stab him again with my dagger. I'm like, really?
Look at how long
use that
there
shit
you
on
might
me?
do it.
I'm not going to do enough damage, but I'll try.
Good crit. You crit.
You do crit.
So hang on, the critical damage is 4.
4 plus 2.
Plus 2, 6.
You might have done it.
I don't know.
They are still up.
Oh, John, you should have fudged there just for how funny that would have
been. They've got 2 HP left.
I don't have a magic dagger, so that's it. Yeah.
We need to get you a magic dagger.
Or something. I agree. I need magic daggers.
I'll get a dagger returning like Robert has in the Friday game. Great.
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
Aldwin. Bonk.
No, I will leave the battle axe where it is, thank you.
Just
right next to the mace, they can just stay right there.
Just bonk.
No, again, you see the go out. This time, this is Spirit Guardians.
Oh, that's
holy shit, that's the buzzsaw. You're just gonna murder these guys.
You know where we said you had the chance?
Yeah, that one's dead, even if they save.
So anyone in that radius must make that wisdom save or take 19 radiant damage as all these little suits of armor with great swords just...
Oh, like do they have great swords now, do they?
They've upgraded. It's fine.
Does the great sword look familiar at all? Is it based on Craig's? Or is it just generic great sword?
Definitely not.
Nah, it's a cool fucking sword. Why would you do this?
Alright, is that your turn?
I will then... I'm going to take a step to there. What's for that, wasn't it? Can't do for that way. Can I bonus action hand someone an item? I'm trying to remember what your thing is on.
Mm,
Actually, no, never mind. No, I'm just going
no,
to
that would be
stay.
a full action.
You're going to hand. Just hand Luke at you and play hit him.
No, I'll stay there.
All right. Magnar, what would you like to do?
Does this thing have to make a save for that because of when it first got
Yeah,
cast?
when it first enters, it does take damage immediately, doesn't it?
Let's pull up the spell quickly.
When it first enters.
Yeah, when it first enters, so they do need to done their wisdom save. Those two
All
thieves.
right, let's do a wisdom save.
To be fair, that might change what I do if
Wisdom, they are great at this.
On a failed save, they still take damage though, so at least the leader's dead. So
Yeah, so this one that is badly damaged does fail. The other one, it succeeds with a natural 20. Woohoo!
Oh. So they only take half damage.
at least yeah, they do. At least the nat 20 wasn't on their next attack.
So yeah, they'll take 9 radiant damage. The other one. In that case, if I'm knowing that, can I add it carried on moving if I'd seen that one go down?
You can.
So then it'd be looking at him and going, "You were warned," and I'm just striding to about here. Hi guys.
Jesus.
The Crag is just bleeding.
Right now, they need to make wisdom saves, I'm assuming.
Do you want me to re-roll the damage, or do you want to just use that same one?
We'll
I never
keep
predicted
the
that
original
Alvin would be the scariest person in the party. You're like Pac-Man, just
It's always
walking
the
around
quiet
eating all the
one.
ghosts.
No, because clerics are genuinely fucking terrifying when they use their offensive magic. Cleric magic is so good.
So all of them fail. Wait, 2 of them I can actually save. I'm going to use both my blesses.
On these guys, is it?
Yes.
They're dead anyways.
Right. So it's 2
Does
4s on
command
my
drop them, by the way?
blesses.
Or is that
Which
no?
is
It's not.
good. So all 3 of them succeed. Aha!
Excellent. So they only take 9 radiant damage.
Which is good because they would have been dead otherwise.
They're dead next turn, anyways. Don't worry. They're not getting a next turn.
All right, Ilian. What is Ilian doing?
It's my turn. I was waiting to see the result.
Oh, sorry, never mind. My bad.
No, that's all right. I'm going to walk up to this one. I'm going to shove the pouch back in his hand and tell him, do better. Now fucking run.
All
Does
right.
Alien have Warcaster? No, he doesn't.
And then I'm just going to look. I'm just going to look at Ellie.
Fireball.
I'm going to look at Ellie and like, you fucking dare.
Fireball. Did you at least take some of your money back out of the pouch? Or did you just give him the
That's
money?
not. That's
No,
his
this is the
pouch.
pouch.
That's not-
This is the pouch we got from them. Yeah. I don't even know if we're going to get back Magnar's pouch unless it's on the dead leader.
All right. I believe, Magnar, that's your turn.
Yep, that's it.
Cool.
Okay,
Ilian,
before Alien acts, can I make an insight check? Does the guy look like they're about to run?
Just
give me an insight check.
just quickly, rather than saying do better, I say to him, be better, not do better.
All right. 100%.
There's no advantage on that. I just keep forgetting to click the thing. But it's 11.
Yeah, it looks like he is seriously considering running.
Cool. Cantrip on this guy.
On which one?
The one that's further away from Crag, so it doesn't hit Crag.
All right.
Because Crag cannot take a cantrip right now.
Oh, the cantrip spell. I get it. Okay.
What's the
I used the bless he has there.
What's the 12?
14.
No, you don't roll with advantage.
Yeah, I said I used. Oh yeah, no shit. 12.
So 12 does hit still.
Oh nice, and that
So
is
he is going to take 3 points piercing damage,
7 cold if he fails to save.
and then I need to make 2 dex saves.
Oh yeah.
Because as tough as Crag is, if he takes both the piercing and the cold damage, he might still go down.
All right, so both of them fail.
Is it a 5-foot radius on that spell?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this one does go down. The one closest
never kills the person it actually hits. It's like, you got stabbed, and the other one just dropped dead beside you.
That's the whole point of the spell.
Yeah.
All right, so that was... Is that Alien's turn?
Well, since he thinks this one's going to run, he's going to just move to here. Only because I made that inside check. I know that might invoke an attack of opportunity, but he made the inside check, so I feel like he wouldn't stay directly next to the corpse.
What the hell? As a reaction, they're going to make a attack of opportunity.
Now we know they're not running away.
And I think he should get sneak attack because Alien didn't expect it. He didn't expect the attack.
All
right, that's a 20 to hit.
Yeah. Well,
Alien
can Alien shield? Can Alien shield?
No. You take
disadvantage.
All right, I'll reroll. I rolled higher.
Okay.
I feel like Magnar is really disappointed now. He's like, man.
Magnar's just like, Crag, get him.
Magnar's like the really disappointed guidance counselor. He's like, man.
Can Alien make a con save, please?
Oh, shit.
Poison, no.
No,
concentration check.
Concentration check.
Oh, yes. Oh, no.
There's no blast turned on. No, that's 12.
11.
It's 11, you're fine.
Oh, cool. Crag is not falling asleep this turn.
Craig's turn.
Oh,
Crag has got a bless, by the way, in chat.
Nice. I will take... Crag is going to use his hasted action just to punch this guy with the reinforced knuckles. So that's unarmed strike and then 1d4.
Yeah, it's a d4.
I'm probably better off just taking the fucking...
Yeah, 21 hits.
1d4 plus strength. So that's what? Plus 3 plus proficiency, which is 2. So 1d4 plus 5.
Yeah, you don't get your proficiency on unarmed attacks.
Damn it! Well, I'm proficient in them though. That's my.
You don't add it to your damage.
Okay, so that's 4.
It's just 1 plus strength.
That's 4 plus 3. No, this is the brass knuckle things he has.
Yeah, so it's 7. So that
7
is enough.
Yeah, so Cave is sculling with one of those, and then Greg's going to turn around to this guy. Is this guy still up?
He's still up. Hey, he's looking fairly bad.
Yeah, great sword. Just normal attack.
A 16 does hit.
For 13.
More than enough.
And then now I have a third attack because my normal attack. Greg's going to make his way over to here. And he's going to be like, you had your chance. And then Great Weapon Master Reckless on this one.
All right.
Nat 20.
That hits.
Divine Fury. 2d6 plus 3.
Does Divine Fury say the first time you hit with an attack?
Nope.
Or any attack?
When I choose. You can choose to. Yeah, I don't have that on my sheet, I don't think, but I think I can choose.
I think it says first time you hit with an attack.
Well, if that's the case, yeah, then I've been using it wrong. But, I'll take the movement back.
Just give me a sec. I might be wrong.
I have it here in front of me.
Weapons right wearing the first creature you hit on each of the turns with an attack.
Yeah, okay, that's good to know.
No, it's learning for everyone.
I thought it was like Smite, you can choose.
Here was us thinking it was a shopping episode.
Yeah. We didn't get any shopping done. So that is what? 11 plus 5, that's 15 plus 17, that's 27 points of damage.
All right, they are still up.
Do I have another attack? No, I don't.
Like a Travis Willingham shopping episode where you're just killing stuff, just like murdering everybody.
All right.
Yeah. No fucking mirrors.
The thief is gonna look down at the coin purse, kind of up at Magna, up at Craig, back down at Magna. Give you a
Question: are these people just watching? They're just like,
oh no, I just haven't bothered to move them away. They've booked it.
They ran.
Like the Steve is looking around now, and I'm just looking at him, and I'm just shaking my head. You know, you're not going to survive, buddy. It just doesn't matter what you do.
If he attacks Crag might go down. But like, if Crag goes down,
shouldn't have stabbed the wizard, chum.
Looking back at Magna with a smirk and a nod, disengage.
How much damage did Ilian take, by the way? Again, I didn't actually deduct.
He only took 8.
I see. Grand.
Should be temp hit points.
Yeah, temp.
All right. And that is their turn. The thugs no longer have a turn.
Or a life.
Luca, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just going to pull my bow out of my backpack. I'm going to look at Magnar and say, we can't always save them, my friend. I'm so sorry. We gave him every chance. Actually, I think...
It's
dash, I'll move it. God damn it, he can move fast. I'll dash, I'll move again.
He can move the exact same.
Where
the hell is he?
They can't move fast.
He just have legs.
As you get there.
So can I see this time that this one's like got blood and?
Yeah, I was gonna say the DC is lower than before.
Oh, okay. So I have to make a perception check. God
give me a perception check.
Where's my perception?
Because, like I say, there's a lot more people in the streets than.
I forgot to turn off advantage. I got an 11. I'm going to use the bless, even though I don't know what the.
Yeah, 100%.
12.
12 is enough.
Because I can't get sneak attack if I shoot him.
You don't know that. They might not be expecting you to shoot them.
At this point, I'm pretty sure they're expecting me to shoot them. I'm gonna cast sleep. I'm going to put a sleep spell on him.
All right.
Knock out more random innocents.
I know. There's random people, so I'll try to catch. Like, try not to catch anyone. This one, like, I'll cast it so that it only gets this one. Can I do that?
Yeah.
I wish you could just focus sleep on one person.
That would be okay, to be fair.
Just hit him in the face with it. I'm going to use my another second level slot since I haven't used that today. Let's see here. Sleep. Level 2. Bang. Holy crap! That's a good secondary roll. 32 hit points worth.
Yeah. So mid-run, you kind of just see this person face plant and skid to a halt somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And people are starting to look over now.
Yep.
We got
people in the street.
Okay. Yeah. What can I do? That's the end of my turn. So.
Actually, to be fair, the people that were there, like, they saw it. They saw us get stabbed first.
Oh no, this is sometime later now. This is like a couple of minutes.
Would it be? It's only like, 2 6-second rounds? 3 6
Yeah, they ran away anyway, so unless we find the particular ones, it's not going to be any different anyway.
We need witnesses.
Yeah, townsfolk would have seen this guy running out of the alley and then just fall down and start snoring, so yeah.
Yeah, so everyone except Luca, is there anything specific you are doing?
Hurting. Badly. Mm-hmm. Craig is hurting badly. That's what he's doing. He's in pain.
Good to know.
I was actually going to walk and actually start healing Craig a bit, but...
All right. Healing Craig. Is there anything, Magna, Alien, anything specific you guys are doing?
No, not particularly.
All right.
Just waiting to see the result of what happens here, kind of thing.
And Carrick, is Ilian doing anything specific?
He's kind of just like rubbing his arm. He's like, I got stabbed.
All right, cool. Then that is where we are going to call it for tonight. And we will pick it up next week with what you guys decide to do with this poor thief who was only trying to feed his sister.
You're only trying to feed
he's not being
the bullshit.
fuck himself.
His brother is 10 years old. His sister is 6.
Yeah, they can if they want the smoke, they can get the smoke too.
Oh no, he's got mouths to feed. Oh no.
Their names
my
are
plan is
Bren
to
and Anya.
Yeah, you know, we got mouths to
You
feed
got
too.
names
A
and
dragon. I'm gonna feed this motherfucker to the dragon. That's what we're doing. He's
No,
being
my
dragon
plan is to go capture this guy and bring him unconscious to the Thieves Guild and say, "Here's you've probably knew these people anyway, so we can gain some kind of an advantage in order to get items." That's what I want to do. That's going to be my plan.
I like your plan.
I
think my
like your
camera
funny
just died.
words, Magic Man.
Yeah, Richard, your camera died. But let's take a quick screenshot of this before it changes back.
Hurry up.
Looking happy as ever.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. Richard looking happy with himself. But yeah, that is where we are calling it for tonight, guys. Thanks everyone for sticking with us. I know we're a bit over time, but I wanted to finish that combat or that shopping episode. We'll probably get to the shopping next week. Whatever shopping you guys want to get done, send me a message during the week, and we can so I can get that prep.
Yeah.
Instead of on stream having to look everything up.
Yeah.
But
We're gonna have to have a long role play session where we console Magnar, who's really unhappy that we couldn't save these goddamn. Sometimes bad people are just bad people.
Greg will be sitting there. He's like, "I fucking told you."
I know.
I fucking told you. You don't trust street kids. They're pieces of shit. People like that used to hire people like me.
So yeah, that is where we are calling it. Thanks for playing, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Tried something a little bit different. And
Good times.
See everyone next week, and we'll have some more fun. Cheers, everyone.
See you Tuesday.
Ciao.